All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Swain Batty League Season 2.1. Tonight is the first round of the playoffs. I am Thrifty Senpai, and I am here tonight with 30. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Thrifty. I am super pumped to be casting playoffs here with you. We have a hell of a match coming here, and I honestly have no clue which way this could go.
Yeah. To lead it off for the playoffs, we have the third seed Inevitable going up against the fourth seed Crystallize. And obviously, if people haven't known, the playoff rules where the first seed basically just picks their opponent, and they cleverly chose the second seed. I may or may not be a part of that team. And what's left, obviously, is Inevitable versus Crystallize here. Higher seed chooses the first side of the playoff series, so we see Inevitable choosing blue here, and we're just blasting through. We're already through. They have come prepared. Very obvious bans out of Inevitable: Jinx, Nocturne, Hecarim, and pretty common over here for Crystallized: Swain, Kled, and Poppy.
Yeah, that Jinx, Hecarim, Nocturne bans have been the exact same three bans that Inevitable played against Crystallize during the regular season for both of their games.
Yep.
Kled been perma banned against this Inevitable team. So yeah, like nothing too surprising here. But first pick Diana. I like that a lot. That's like the champion, one of the junglers, one of the champions on the patch, right? Very, very strong in the mid, very, very strong in the jungle. I expect we'll probably see it in the jungle.
I would think so too. Could be flex, like you said, to Mr. Tuesday in the mid, but I'm not sure if that's something, sort of a play style that he usually goes for. He's usually going, either for a Corki or some kind of like mid lane mage, like an Orianna. So yeah, I mean, very strong power pick to start it off here, and gonna be a Cho'Gath going to the top lane for Thundercon. So I think we've seen him on that already as well.
Yeah, that
Uh,
seems to be his go-to whenever
yeah.
it's like Poppy. It's like a very clear hierarchy. Like we assume the Kled's first because it's been banned away from him, but it's always like, okay, if Kled's not available, we go Poppy. Most of the time, sometimes Cho if like Poppy's nice, that's what they want. But like then the third choice has always been Cho.
Yeah, very safe
Yeah,
top lane tank here. And last pick for the first phase here is Leona. Or, I mean, for either tree or hook resets, who do you think we're getting as support this week?
I think
Because
we're
they're
getting.
swapping every fucking week.
Yeah, they are. They are swapping back and forth all the time. I expect that we're gonna see Tree on this. I
Yeah.
think this is gonna be the Tree Leona. Um, that team has been practicing more with hook resets in the AD carry role. I think they just like that more because it's a bit more flexible across the champion, like the champion position. However, Senna is available. Um, and that is one of the 80 carries. That is the 80 carry that Tree likes to play, right? So like it is not out of the question that they can still try and flex this late, as we're gonna see no ban come through. A little too much hesitation probably, as it looked like that one died down to the wire.
Yeah. Or maybe that's maybe a reference to some earlier weeks, maybe week 2 when they lost a ban against Inevitable. Maybe it's a flex. I guess we'll maybe find out after the series. But yeah,
Yeah.
so fourth band, Vel'Koz,
No,
super standard. None of these bands are surprising by now. We're
no,
4 weeks in. Everything's pretty figured out as far as champ pools go.
yeah. The only really like particularly interesting thing about this pickup here is that we see Master Splinter on the Zenzao, not the usual Sejuani.
Yeah, I may or may not have talked to him last night, and it sounds like maybe he won't play Johnny this week. Who knows? Some people are memeing on it, but I mean, he was great on it. It just wasn't really the fit for the team here, and he's gonna go with something a little bit more damage oriented in the Xin Zhao, which I definitely like.
Yeah, something that's like it's a bit more snowballing with gank pressure as well, right? Like if Zen gets rolling, he just goes, right? He just dives forward and just tears through teams. And like Sejuani instead, like you can put all the CC out and be this unkillable like pig warrior, but you just eventually you need to have some damage coming else from your team, and like that is something I've noticed a lot with these crystallized teams is that their comps like with the Sejuani and the jungle have been very low damage consistently.
Yeah, yeah, definitely agree, and I'm really happy to see that. Uh, and we're on the last pick here for Inevitable. They picked up the Zaya, so like you said, we're probably gonna see Tree in that Leona and Mr. Tuesday.
Trey does not play Zaya,
Yeah,
so
so yeah, and Mr. Tuesday on the Yasuo.
a lot of interesting picks up here. Yasuo really powerful with Diana actually.
Yeah, and Joe's got
Uh,
that additional knockup as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Diana alt Yasuo alt locks them all inside for the resolution of it, and the Galio and no surprise there, but the Twitch for Salvo.
Yeah. I can't say I recall seeing Salvo on Twitch. I mean, my memory doesn't maybe go back the full 10 years League has been out, but interesting. I mean, I don't really see Twitch in my solo queue games, do you?
I see it occasionally, but not very often, right? He shows up here and there, but it's always kind of like it's the rat. But if you look at Salvo's match history, he's got 5 games to Switch. Last five
Oh,
games.
okay. Well, obviously coming into the series needing to prep some additional picks, right? Because obviously
Yeah,
never playing Jinx.
yeah.
And just,
Never ever hitting
you know,
Jinx.
yeah, and I mean, going back last week to the Batty breakdown, he was in the stocks down, and just generally over the season, his performance just hasn't really been up to expectations, especially the Jinx play that we sort of expect out of him, which is really top tier.
Yeah,
And this is the next thing in line, so hopefully prepared something good here.
yeah. I think that's like a really big point to point, like a really big thing to point out, because like yeah, the Jinx play is like Salvo's Jinx has always been spectacular, right? But traditionally like his second tier AD carries aren't like bad by any means. Like they're normally pretty good. They're just not at the Jinx level, and it's been it's been rough for him. And so maybe the Twitch is what he needed to figure out, because he's played a lot of like Zaya. And I'm trying to remember what else he's played throughout the throughout the regular season.
Yeah, it looks like a Ashe in week 4, and yeah, Zaya. And so I didn't even think about it. Yeah, so they squeezed that out of him in the second rotation there.
Yeah. I think Zaya is a great AD carry for hook resist to pick up. It is an AD carry, like, the alt is just a get out of jail free card, which is so big for hook reset's aggressive playstyle. He likes to play so far, like, he likes to, when he gets big, he likes to play aggressive, push his lead every chance he gets. And, I mean, we saw that last week where, during the last regular season, where he just got punished, though, by getting too far ahead, and then he started eating Malphite ults on that Lucian. And this one, he's got a button though. It just you press R, you out.
Yeah, out. Uh, yeah, so yeah, if people are watching in the Twitch chat, the prediction is in. You can submit your bait coin to see who will be the winner here, just for game one, obviously. Looking at the drafts here overall, holistically, wow, we got some tanky boys here on Crystallize. It's a classic SBL game, I think Vestas once said in chat. Overall, how do you think these two team comps stack up against each other?
I mean, I think that oh man. So it's like on one hand, like you have really classic SBL team where it's just like it goes forward really well and it lines up really well, right? Like you have Malphite, you have Galio, you have Alistair. Um, I really like Galio with Malphite and Alistair. Like all these champions that want to go forward and then just give Galio ways to ult forward and go in. Um, and like Twitch is just kind of do Twitch things. Like I guess like you could have Malphite go in, Alistar appeals for Twitch. On the other hand, you have a team that also is fairly interested in going all in, where you have Leona, Diana, and Yasuo. Who Yasuo not as much of like a I'm trying to dive in and do everything, but like he follows up very well with the ultimate. Last Breath is really good just because he immediately needs to go there. Uh, I think it's going to be really important to see how Diana and Leona find these engages, because like I think during the mid game that they're the team that's down. They're going to be troubled if they cannot, if like Diana or Leona fall behind. You're going to have a really tough time of like going forward.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Yeah, that's the thing with Diana. I mean, she is, like you said, totally
Yeah,
strong. I've played against a lot of Dianas now, and once they
very
get
strong.
rolling, the game is it's very hard to come back. But
Yes.
I think, like you said, melee ranged champion, as long as Yasuo as well. If they get behind, I mean, can they really step up to this tank line out of Crystallize?
And the problem is as well is if they get behind that they have a really tough time re-engaging in, because like the really cool thing about this comp, like while it is low damage, which is definitely something that's like okay if they fall behind, like this game can very easily snowball, right? The Crystallized team is kind of lower damage, uh, not as much as the previous week, so it's not as big of a deal. But like, you have a lot of peel. Like if Salvo gets big, you have Devout Milk, Alistair. Like everyone tries to engage, Alistair hits them out. Galio's ult can be used defensively very, very well, where they have this opportunity to to play the fight backwards or forwards. Which is just something that Galio pick brings a lot of strength to.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this. So, I mean, I remember seeing a lot of Twitch and Shen back in the day, right? You sort of go invis
Yeah.
and you submarine in there. I assume you can do the same with Galio?
You could. I don't think that's how you want to be doing that though.
That's true.
um,
Maybe a cheeky play. We'll see. But yeah, very
yeah.
risky with Twitch to sort of get in the
Yeah,
back line
especially when
there.
you already have all these like enablers like that are so good at it. Like you have Zinzao, Malphite, Alistair. Like Alistair can come on the flank and then Galio all can come in. You know, or like just Malphite and Zane can just go forward. They're both very good at that. I mean, Malphite is the go forward champ, right?
Yeah. um,
I mean, the thing to watch is if this does go late, it's gonna really depend on the execution level of Mr. Tuesday. Like Yasuo does scale insanely well in the late game, but he's also very like he's not an easy champion to navigate in those late game team fights. And I just haven't seen him on Yasuo, and it looks like it's going pretty well though. He takes a really solid trade here already. He's showing that he's comfortable with this champion.
yeah, that was a really good chunk out on Renai circulation here in the mid lane. Meanwhile, direct camera, we gotta always tune into the wet noodles up here.
Yep.
Nothing really surprising to see. And he's going all in. There's a flash, the ignite to follow, but doesn't get that last auto off. And I think Renai circulation does survive here. Wow.
Yeah, he needed. If he got one more auto, like his flash was a little delayed, right? He didn't expect Renai to flash. But if he got the flash Q auto there, that would have been a kill for sure.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, I mean, he's down both summoners, but I mean, at the end of the day, Blab's also down his flash as well, so it should be a safe laning phase for both of them. Or, I mean, dangerous in the sense that they now have to stay present. They both have no flashes. Junglers are now at their Wraith camp, so maybe we'll see a little bit of interaction here in the mid lane, but warded on the top side.
I think there's a good chance we might see a 2v2 here. Both the junglers got me searching around. But Diana's on the bot side, and Red does not have vision for that. Master Splinter's gonna find this ward here, but AJS has the opportunity to walk in unabated by enemy vision.
Oh yeah, there's some pings I see down into the mid lane here. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, like you said, Hooker said, just standing up, going forward, and Tree and him are pushing that lane hard. But Splitter flashes in, gets the red buff tag onto Mr. Tuesday here, and Blab with the taunt, first blood going over to Crystallize.
Oh my goodness! You see, look at that. Thundercones was there as well. They thought they were gonna get the 3v2, but Master Splinter pulled the trigger just before they were ready for it. Thundercones wasn't able to get there. And they just got caught in an awkward situation where they thought they were baiting the enemy team, and it turns out they were the bait. Master Splinter came in, and he's a big fish. And he just ripped the bait right off the hook and said, thanks, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I mean, setting the tempo in game one here, I'd love to see it out of Crystallize, but yeah, like you said, that was almost a 3v2 setup they had going. Think about if Splinter waited like 2 more seconds and then flashed in, right? Like, they would have got turned around. It probably would have been 2 deaths from Crystallize.
Yeah, we'd be looking at a totally different game here, right? Like, all of a sudden, like, it is just super rough spot for this team, right? Like, Yasuo potentially could have 2 kills there, like this Diana with snowball so hard, but is still gonna maybe find something here in the top lane as the gank going through. Gonna force the flash on Thundercats. Also gonna flash. Oh my goodness!
The one auto, that's gonna be the storyline of this game, it seems like. I mean, Swift just walks away assured that was the kill, maybe, or just getting the flash, maybe. But I guess Thundercut's just flashing Q and misses it.
Yeah, I think he was just confident that he had, like, he's like, I got the flash, I'm not going any further forward, right? Because he wasn't gonna catch him at that point.
Yeah.
But then Thundercut thought he could get the flash Q as...
Oh my god, meanwhile, mid lane, the teleport from Thundercut coming back into that now a pink ward in the mid lane bush, and yeah, no scuffle to be found there in the mid lane.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Thrifty, what do you think about that TP though? Like,
Um,
was that good? Did that save the day? Did that save Yasuo's life, prevent him from being snowballed, or was that like too over aggressive? And
perhaps.
now crystallizes dragon tempo. What?
Yeah, I mean, perhaps who. I mean, did Thundercut miss any CS really or experience up in the top lane? That's the real question. I mean,
Not
he's now down flash
particularly.
and teleport, so
That is
it,
the
it
thing.
it wasn't too risky per se. So I guess a safe play at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that he didn't lose much on the TP. He probably lost maybe 2 or 3 minions at most. I couldn't see. I didn't check the wave, but I think the big thing is the lack of pressure from having that TP now.
Oh, Tree with the flash Q in. A little bit of follow-up from hook resets there, and Swift just a little far behind on the tempo. They're not able to come in on that 3v2 down there, but they do take a flash. No, they don't take anything actually. So maybe not worse.
Oh man, this bait's gonna be so good. Thundercut thought he had the kill because he had 6 first. The Master Splinter was ready for it.
Yeah, and no flash from the earlier flash Q that was missed, so kind of biting them in the ass there. And Splinter starting off strong. He's just ganking every lane. His presence is all over the place. I guess that for bot, but
Yeah.
now gonna get some plates here in top lane, presumably.
Yeah.
At least some damage down. Blab feeling a little
Yeah.
bit more confident in the mid lane trade here. Tuesday getting down, chunk down to half, make it 1/4. And this will be an Infernal Drake for Inevitable.
Yeah, I would say I like this call from Inevitable to say, hey, okay, Jungler's top lane, they're pushing for plates. Let's go get Dragon. This is free.
Yep. Yeah. Good macro decision there. You know, always have to sort of push and pull on the map, right? You can't just lose the plates for free and not get anything else on the other side of the map. Oh, the Seeded Blade does land the knock-up from Develop Milk, but he is going to be rooted and he is going to go down. Hook resets, gladly will take that first kill of the game for himself. And it's going to be 1-2 here.
I honestly was very surprised at how fast Develop Milk went down. I think he got caught off guard by that. Like, just how, you know, he's Alistair, he's a big beefy boy, and just got cut through.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised by that too. Interesting. I guess what is? Oh wait, he's running Phase Rush. I guess I don't play a ton of Alistar, but is that the Rune 30?
That is sometimes that is not an uncommon one because it just helps him like run through the backline and just like not be slowed by the enemy. It lets him push through. Like he procs it really easily. Lets him make sure he can proc his E by staying on top of people.
Nice. Yeah. Well,
But yeah.
at the end of the day, it makes it slightly squishier cow, but
It does. Yeah. No
once he
guard
gets
yet.
at level 6, though, that ultimate will be a real wonder here in team fights. And yeah, I'm just looking at the map state here because the Rift Herald is really what's on my mind for the next big objective that these teams are going to fight over. The Scuttle topside not around quite yet, but we do know how much stock Swift takes into those Scuttles. Master Splinter looked like he probably placed a ward over the pit into Rift Herald, so he will see any kind of shenanigans, but he's already going top lane again. Thundercunt still doesn't have the flash. They'll go in from the SBL Malphite, and it's going to be an easy pickup here. Splinter's going to take that kill for himself. Nicely done from Crystallize.
I want to point out, Tankax walked away from that. He was giving that kill to Master Splinter. He's like, I already got mine. If West doesn't get this third, if that's 3 ganks in a row or West doesn't get a kill, he's going to be tilted off the face of the planet.
Smart. Yeah, that's the right team play here. You got to get Splinter into his zone. He has to take some kills.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's going to be a Rift Herald start from Master Splinter here. It should be pretty uncontested, and Blab is just going hard in onto this mid lane. The Ignite at the end there, maybe to dissuade any kind of retrade. And Hooker says he has to run here. Melk started chasing him down, but he's not level 6 yet. I feel like this could be turned easily, and yeah, makes the smart decision there and backs up a little.
Yeah, I think that was a reasonable Ignite. I think that, because he went in, he blew all of his bursts. Like, he burnt the charge in to get the taunt, and then he used the Q. I can't remember what the wins are called. But then Mr. Tuesday just immediately turned back. He's like, yeah, sure, you chunked me out 70%, but you only have autos now. And so, you know, forcing the Ignite to prevent a potentially very bad trade or just a counter all in from this Yasuo.
Yeah, exactly. So just taking stock of the game here, it looks like about a 1,000k gold lead, or 1,000 gold lead, I should say, for Crystallize. 1,000. Oh my god! Can it even be done? Can you go into a custom game and have 100,000 gold lead?
That seems like something like on like one of those YouTube videos, right? It's like I fucking installed a League of Legends game out for 48 hours and did this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of action in the bot lane, but directed camera doesn't want to show me it.
Come on, Clown Fiesta incoming. Splinter's gonna start this one off, going in onto Tree and Milk. Goes into the backline. Nice knock up there, but he will trade his life as he will go down. AGS0, he's going back in onto Salvo, and he just picked up that kill. Oh no, he doesn't actually. He stays alive. Here's the Galio ult. The turnaround Tree now has to fear for his life. There's gonna be 2 down for Inevitable, just the one of Crystallize.
Ooh, Tankax forcing the flash out of Thunder comes as well out of here. There's a lot going on in the bot lane, which ended up being in favor. Oh my god. I just like, I was like starting and I just watched him just get eaten. It was like, my head exploded. It was like, why did he go in?
Wait, Tankax just, oh my god, he just died! What?
Yeah.
I'm okay. Okay, so, what's going on?
I was not ready for that as this Herald should get 3 points.
Yep. Oh, yep. Love of that.
Yeah, it got
gold.
3 points. Barely. Barely. I was gonna say, it does slightly more than 2 points worth of damage, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that Crystallize maybe increased their gold by 300 last time I talked about it, but still really anyone's game. But it feels like Crystallize, they're the ones setting the tempo here. It seems like Splinter's always the first in the lane. Swift is coming in second. Now, bottom lane was a 3v3, but meanwhile, mid lane, Tuesday does get into that ultimate, and Blab has to flash out and barely will walk away with some HP left here. And next Dragon is up right now, Cloud Drake, so that should be the trigger for that.
Yeah, that play from Mr. Tuesday there, really, really big. Basically guaranteed his Team Dragon. It's gotta be willing to like this Crystallized team has the gold lead, but I mean we're now getting close to like threatening Soul, right? You got 2 early dragons. It's 12:40. If Inevitable gets the next dragon, they can threaten Soul at 22 minutes, and 22 and a half. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty much the upside here for Inevitable here in this early game. Just 1 plate though in the bottom lane for their tower, so that Rift Herald used down there, and I think that has to feed sort of the goal for Crystallize, right? We take down tier 1 bot, hopefully get some plates, or maybe just tier 1 mid as well, and Dragon Control becomes really hard for Inevitable.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, still to start this one off directly onto Salvo, and Hook Reset's gonna throw a couple feathers this way. Easy kill for him. A killing spree, 3-0 on this Xayah.
Yeah, I really, really liked the full price there from Devout Milk, but the headbutt needed to go on to Xayah there. Xayah still has all the damage, right?
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's sticking around. Just started defending his tower. Master Splinter's waiting in the wing. So is Renai's circulation. His ultimate is just barely up, though. As he gets pinged out, I guess he gets spotted, but it should be a 3v2 just for a little bit. But Swift's coming in from the backside. Another 3v3 as everyone's mashing their buttons. Hook Reset's got to come out with a double kill. Make it 3? A triple kill. 6-0 for Hook Resets.
That Xayah ult was so big. It was so big. That was exactly what we were talking about. Like, where it could just be just a huge. Got out of the Galio taunt, got out of the Alistair CC, and then Swift comes over, AJ Swift comes over the wall, has a really good Diana ult and counter gank, and then just, they're able to just blow them up.
Yeah. Wowzers.
And just a total turn in tempo. They're down, now all of a sudden this Crystallized team is down a K.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, that is exactly what Inevitable needed to feel like they can come back and stay strong, at least in this mid game. I mean, Dragons are still on the board. I mean, it's going to be so tough to figure out what to do with this Xayah, the 6-0 Xayah in the next fight. And,
yeah, Xayah is going to be terrifying. I mean,
Yeah, there you
Already has
go.
the Kraken Slayer. Like, had the Kraken Slayer before picking up 3 kills. You know?
Oh god, you're right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just gonna be cuckoo damage for hook resets here. And Thundercut, yep, okay. The respect, Unstoppable Force out of there, dodging the knockup from Thundercunt. But he
Yeah.
does retain his flash here, but I think, maybe Thundercunt's sort of regaining the momentum here in top lane.
Yeah, what was originally looking to be completely in favor of Tank Axe is just a totally different story.
Oh my god, Solar Flare right off cooldown, basically. Here we go, once again onto Salvo. Hook resets his godline. Meanwhile, top lane, a 2v2 that turned into a 2v1 temporarily. Match Splitter, is he going to be a little bit too late here? And he does go on to Swift, but his mid laner has already went down. There's 1 kill. Can he make it 2? No, he cannot. But at least something a little back on the counter gank there.
But meanwhile, Mr. Tuesday takes down the mid tower.
Oh yeah,
His tower.
he's going deep in bot lane for Inevitable. They took the tier 1 down there as well.
Yeah. All of a sudden, just like that, a whole fleet of towers go down across the tap. Inevitable, like, blue side top tower, red side loses bot mid.
Whew. All right, 3K
Yeah.
gold lead for Inevitable. Yeah, we already talked about
Dragons
the 2
up
dragons.
in just over a minute.
Yeah,
Third one's
perfect.
coming in.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely on their mind there. And yeah, I see Tree laying down some wards on that blue side for Crystal Eye. So they're trying to set up the vision here. Salvo gonna say at least not in that bush with a pink ward of his own. And I can imagine Crystal Eyes will want to try to fight for this at the very least. Maybe try to get a pick beforehand though, but if Inevitable, they group up all as 5, and Hook resets is calmly in the back, untouched in a team fight, it's gonna be terror.
Yeah, you have to go for it on you, right? You cannot allow Twitch to try and outdamage him.
Oh my god.
Renai Circulation finds himself in a very bad situation here.
Oh my god, they give him another one, 8 and 0. How many kills does this guy need? 700 gold bounty. Oh my god.
In a super awkward situation, like, he got caught there, and he's not going to respond by dragon time, so they have to give this dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be dead by the time Renai Circulation spawns here.
Oh yeah.
And if it isn't, it should be. But Rift Herald, so second Rift Herald here, gonna be used mid lane.
I like this call a lot here. At least get something here. Okay,
nice.
Yeah, okay. Cut it all close, but they did secure that tower in exchange, so it wasn't just a total wash. Really good use of that Herald.
Yeah. Nicely done from Crystal Eyes, but really more nicely done by Inevitable, as they've really taken control of this game here, and they are moving the whole squad basically up to this top side, right? It's the only tier 1 remaining, and they got Thundercunt on the Cho'Gath down bot. He does have teleport up, so he will be the dedicated split pusher here. Splitter though with the flash in, he's going for Mr. Tuesday to try to start something, and here's a Galio for some additional knockup. Hook resets, he's gonna be in the back, but can he do the damage? Uses the ult to negate some of it. Max Splitter's gotta go down, kited away, and Melk now has to walk back to his team. The sad cow will surely go down here. Thundercut with the flash of his own, and Hook resets. I don't think he's going down this fight. He's gonna get everything.
That's 4, that's a Quadra.
He's gonna get
it's a fucking Penta!
Oh my god, that's the first death of the game too.
Yeah, he goes down and dies, but still gets the pentakill.
Wow, I'm pretty. Was that the first penta of the season?
I think.
I think so. I don't recall. There might have been something like at the enemy nexus, like when the game's already over, kind of like this give me the penta thing. But this is like a real penta. That was legit.
Yeah, there's nothing else to say about that, really. That was legit. And this man still has a 700 gold bounty after dying.
My god, what is he got? Essence Reaver, Kraken Slayer, Last Whisper, and the Greaves obviously here, and he's got another Crick Cloak in the bag. Oh man, this is This is turning really dicey here for Crystallize, but actually the gold lead, it's still sitting at 3K basically,
Yeah.
which I guess is surprising
I
to
mean,
me.
it's entirely on. It's
Yeah.
entirely on hook resets.
Yeah, I'll bring the gold up here for a second. Yeah, oh my god. 10.6 to the 6K of Salvo as far as the 80 carries go. But yeah, he is far and away the most gold in the game here. And yeah, he's gonna be the star of the rest of the game here, basically. As long as they can keep him alive in every team fight, Inevitable is feeling really good about their chances here in game 1.
Yeah. And man, this is exactly what we were talking about, like with one of their win conditions, right? One of their win conditions is that like if Zaya just gets really, like they can go, this is a team that can go super far forward. Oh,
Flash, Ensemble Force onto hook resets, but is there any follow-up? The Solar Flare to zone, and the Eversroth maybe going in, and he's gonna use the ultimate, but he will surely go down here. But how much will Inevitable get on the backside of this fight, right? Develop Milk will sacrifice his life to the Inevitable gods, and I think everyone else from Crystallize gets out, so they are really reaching to take hook resets
yeah.
out of this game.
I mean, he has a huge objective though at that point. That was 1,000 gold onto Galio alone,
Yeah.
excluding the fact that there's the assist gold.
Oh, another fight breaks out, and now Renata Circulation using the Galio ult to come back into this. Crystallize looking, or sorry, Inevitable looking really healthy here. The Thundergun's going forward, double kill for AJS0 and the ace for Inevitable.
Oh no. Crystallize thought they were going to be able to win the fight since so much of the Inevitable's gold was taken out with hook resets being dead, but they just did not have the cooldowns for it. Salvo did not have the damage to be able to put through that whole team on his own.
No, they
and
did
now
not.
We're seeing Baron.
I mean, a Baron into potentially Cloud Soul here. It's up in 53 seconds.
Yeah.
The ward for Develop Milk, I mean, they'll see it go down, but there's nothing they can do here.
Yeah, so with Baron recall, they will have more than enough time to recall, reset, make the play for the soul if they want. As we see Mr. Tuesday running into the top half, they're going to opt to get a lot of tower pressure. Or just a questionably late recall. Never mind. I will eat my words.
Alright, well, yeah, it is up in 15 seconds. Scuttle will go over to Crystallize here.
Yeah, as they will get to start with control of the river at the very least.
Oh, this Cho'Gath,
This
he's looking
Inevitable
big.
squad is very scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
There it is. Yeah, I could smell it. The Solar Flare comes in from tree, lands on 2. They're in this choke, and Develop Milk's gotta go down. Hook resets. He's dealing the damage, but he's gonna barely stay alive here. Mr. Tuesday is actually gonna be the first casualty for Inevitable here. Tank Axe will now go down. And Sable, he stays alive to the very end, but what good will he do when he has these CC monsters on top of him? Double kill for Thundercunt, and it's a 2v4 for Inevitable.
yeah, oh man, that was like as an ideal fight for Salvo as far as it goes. Like he got a ton of free dollars off from the side. The problem is that he just does have nowhere, like not even through fault of his own, he's nowhere near the same amount of gold as hook resets. The damage is just not comparable.
No, it is not. Yeah, and honestly, it's surprising that he was able to stay along or stay alive that long. But really, like you said, what damage is he really putting out into these team fights? He's not a threat. The threats right now, Master Splinter, Renai Circulation. I mean, until Unstoppable Force is used, maybe Malphite.
Yeah, Malphite's a threat for a button press, right?
Yeah.
You respect the ult, and then he's a big dumb tanky dude who's gonna stand in your face.
Right. Sort of now it's kind of a slow moment here. And I mean, I didn't even touch on it, but yeah, the soul did go over to Inevitable.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, and that's so tough, right? This team is already having trouble trying to cut through in these fights. Like, you know, the Inevitable squad's getting out with such low health bars in some of these fights, but now they have Fountain Soul to keep them alive. And the gold lead's just growing bigger. Is there any way for Crystallize to get back into this?
I don't know, 30. It's gonna be tough. I mean, a bush bait maybe, but we can't even get into that scenario until another objective's up, honestly. And they'd have to at least go out and get the vision set up. And it's how do you even do it against a team like this? It's so scary to move into the fog of war against this very well organized and healthy, inevitable team. Like you said, the mountain soul, the extra little shield, it's just it makes everything so much tougher to win.
Yeah, and when so much of your pressure is built around just trying to go all in and trying to like, Master Splinter, Malphite go in, pop someone before they have a chance to respond, that Mountain Drake can be the difference.
Yeah. Yes,
But to
precisely.
their credit, though, they did fend off that Baron Siege. I mean, they didn't lose Top Tower. Top Tower barely took any damage from that.
That is true. Yeah, I like it. Finding the silver lining here. And I mean, Crystallize, this is they're in it to win it, right? It's potentially a long night for them now. If let's just say they lose game one here, it is a best of 5 series, everybody. So first to 3 wins it here in the first round of the playoffs, and
Oh
Crystallize, I
yeah.
think they have a lot to take away from this game. I think in terms of execution. Um, maybe changing a little bit of the draft too, but I guess we will see until game 2 here. But meanwhile, game 1's still going on here. Next Dragon not up for
Yeah.
3 minutes, but it looks like Inevitable just clearing
Yeah.
some vision out in the river, sort of drawing the line in the sand. Like I said earlier, Crystallize, they really can't move past the river at this point, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They got to move in chunks or as a whole group and take stock of where Hook resets is, basically.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing, right? They have to respect where Hook resets is, but like even like if they're in a group of 1 or 2, they have to pay a lot of respect to where Mr. Tuesday and AJS is. With Tree backing either one of them up, they can easily cut through 1 or 2 members of this team before they have a chance to respond.
Yep, and it looks like the game plan here for Inevitable is the bottom tier 2.
Yeah, crash with what waves are available here.
Yeah, Development getting a nice circulation. They're on the side here in their own jungle, and obviously they're looking for some flank, right? They need to get into this back line. Hook resets or Mr. Tuesday need to be CC'd at the start of this fight.
Yeah,
And, yeah, I mean,
Devout Milk is way back there.
Yeah.
Inevitable Squad is well aware of it, so they're just going to use this as an opportunity to go forward.
Taking some tower shots. Mr. Tuesday has to flash out there, so maybe a good fight for Crystallize under their own tower. There's the taunt from Renai Circulation, but actually just kidding. Tank actually got to go down, double kill.
Where
The
did they
damage,
go?
I don't know, they're gone! And they're back into the black and white realm as they're looking at the death recap and wondering, how did Hook Resets get 16 kills this game?
Yeah, where did that damage come from? Like, you get there, it's like, these are PV boys, and then you blink, and they're gone. The feathers come back, and you're just torn to shreds.
Yeah, Melk has the flash out there. He just going down.
Everyone's looking to end here.
Yeah.
There's still 2 members of Crystallized down.
It's gonna be close, but they're just going in. They're like, yeah, we don't need to worry about these Nexus towers because our damage is faster than the damage they output. And 2 more members go down for Crystallize. The double force, it's big, but it's just for show. Inevitable will surely take game 1 here as they hammer home onto this Nexus. Double kill for HS Hero. And man, what a turnaround. Kind of a questionable early game from Inevitable, right? I mean, really, it was just Crystallize setting the tempo, but Inevitable, once they found that groove, there was no stopping.
They found that one clean team fight in the bot lane, and just Hook Resets went from 3-0 to 6-0, and then and he said, why stop at 6? I can keep going.
Yeah, exactly. 15k for Hook Resets here. We'll look at some damage graphs. Wow. Um, mm-hmm.
This graph here, Thrifty. It's a graph.
It, it is a graph. It is a graph that Crystallize hopefully won't see again this series, but my God, yeah, that's a statement right there. And honestly, Hook Resets his last game of the regular season, not his greatest performance. And some people were kind of questioning, like, does he get a little too hyphy? What's the decision making process in some of these moments? But he's sort of putting all the haters to rest. Um,
Yeah. If you
yeah,
had questions about it from last week, well, here's the answer. Booker sets is a monster.
yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, we'll just get right in here to the custom game. I'll put on some. I'll just put the spectators or the slides back up here as we get everything sorted out. I think we'll probably just go in right away. So probably no need to cut to a break here.
Uh,
Yeah, both
it's just
teams ready to play.
yeah. I'm really curious to see what we're gonna see mixed up on the draft here. I think both these teams are gonna want to change a few things around from what they saw.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe Inevitable says, "Yeah, we're fine with our first three ban." Like maybe Inevitable feels like they're super fine with it, but they'll be on red side, so maybe they're gonna like consider the Diana as an option. I know Master Splinter has been playing some of it. He's not as like it's not his like go-to favorite or anything, but it is in his pool. It is a playable champion for him.
yeah, exactly. That's a good point you bring up. So in the series, the loser picks the side here. So Crystal Eyes obviously opting for the blue side here for that coveted first pick. And if they're not banning Diana, they got to be picking it, right? It's that kind of important pick, not only in the meta but just in this series, right? Because Swift is now showing, hey, I can play this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's a. The other option is that's interesting is that you can still pick it mid lane. She's a very not as much in like I don't know how she is in competitive vibes for this patch, but like for solo queue, she's an incredibly strong champion in the mid lane still. Um, I think she's highest win. Last I checked, she was still highest win rate mid, and that is an option, right? Pick it up early, put it on Blab or Master Splinter, have that flex draft.
Yeah, I mean that actually is really powerful for their team, right? Because Blab,
Yeah,
well, I think he definitely would want to play that, right? If it's not going to the jungle, get it into his hands. And yeah, folks are right in here. Game two, Crystal Eyes on the blue side, Inevitable on the red. Yeah, and I totally agree with you earlier. The bans, these first three bans, definitely staying the same here. Kled, Swain, Hecarim. We're gonna see a Nocturne.
yep. And then we're
Yep.
gonna see a Jinx from Inevitable. Inevitable is super comfortable with their ban. Says there's nothing we need to mix it up here. This is the ban that I am really interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, this is the
Also,
first
we see
change that could
Master
happen.
Splinter, the rotation change to Poppy again,
Want me to wait while you go get them?
saying, "Oh, it was an execution, or we're fine with what we saw. We're gonna first pick the Diana, maybe." Something to point out: Master Splinter moving to the first in the pick order says, "I'm in charge of bans. We're not losing our fourth ban again."
Yeah, you're right. I almost forgot about that. Wow. Oh my God, that changes everything, right? What if that was supposed to be Diana? Like,
Yeah,
oh
Diana was
man.
first. Diana was first picked, and
Well,
it was
that's
their fourth ban.
oh true, yeah, but I mean,
I
I
mean,
guess
that
it
could have
could have
still
helped
stopped.
sell elsewhere. Yeah.
It could have. It could have been the Zaya ban. It could have
Yeah.
been, you know.
Yeah. Well, there we see it. Master Splinter gonna take it away from Swift, and then yeah, he answers back with his coveted Udyr, which is something he loves to play, especially in SBL here. Just looking back at the history of these two teams, week four, Inevitable, he did play Udyr against Crystallize there, and that was a win. So
Yeah.
feeling good about that. Shogath again for Thunderkunth, pretty standard, right? With
Yep.
Trundle, or sorry, Kled off the board. It's kind of the next go-to.
Yep. Gonna be big old tanky, like once again, and they're picking up in the early rotation. We're about thought we're about getting counterpicked or banned at second one. Um, then they're obviously very comfortable blind picking it. So hey, let's not show anything right here. While we wait to see what this next rotation is, and we're seeing Ash from Salvo, Ash for
Yeah.
Salvo, and Leona. I like the Leona
Oh.
pick here. Getting it away from Tree.
Yes. Yeah. It just it's a little too easy. I mean, as a Leona
I
main
love playing
myself,
Leona. Yeah,
I,
same
I
man.
yeah, I mean, I think a lot
Like
of people love playing Leona, but man, Tree he's so experienced, right? And like I said during one of those fights, I could smell the solar flare coming, right? Because I'm just sort
yeah.
of seeing his perspective, and it's so easy for an experienced support player like Tree to see these engages, especially when your team is up and just ready to go. on such short notice. And yeah, there's the Zaya for inevitable. So Hook Reset's gonna get that pick again. But yeah, like you said, I like the Ash Leona here for Crystallize.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the Ashley pickup. I like the Zaya pickup as well here. There's no way it was not going to eat a ban in
I
forklift.
don't need more enemies.
Yeah, yeah, take it while you can. And yeah, we'll see Senna off the board. So yeah, one of those tree picks as well. That's something
Yeah,
he
I
could
don't
easily
actually.
play.
Yeah, it is something you can easily play, but I don't think that's something that like. That must be like we're worried about Tree playing this more than like comp wise because Senna doesn't fit particularly well into the comp Inevitable has, and it also doesn't go particularly well into the Ash Leona lane.
Yeah, I agree. Now that I'm thinking about that more, why I don't think he would. Why would he pick it? And why wouldn't he pick something like this? Oh, we saw
It's
Thresh there for a
not.
little bit.
It's gonna be a thresh over
Yeah.
Alistair. Tree doesn't play Alistair really. He's not a big fan of it. Oh
Oh,
my goodness. Is this
whoa.
gonna be Hook resets and then Zaya Tree? I don't think that's the case, but
Right, because the Kalistar. I mean, let's
yeah.
talk. I mean, that he just put on such a performance on Alistar earlier in the season, but
Yes,
yeah,
yes, he did.
I mean, why would you? Yeah, the guy just got a pentakill on Zaya, right? You give him Zaya again, and we're gonna see
Yeah.
Tree on Alistar, which I agree with. Is not a pick that comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other tanky or disengaged supports that I can think of that Tree plays, and none of them are the Alistair really. Uh That's not
Unless
to
this
say
is a flex.
Alistair's.
Unless this
Yeah,
actually is Tree on Zaya.
maybe. I mean, I don't see Tree play Zaya much either.
Yeah.
I
Oh
I
wow.
mean, it's been a while since I've seen him on the 80 carries, but yeah,
Yeah, there it
I
is.
think it's gonna be him on the Alistair. I mean, Alistair's not a mechanically very difficult champion to play. Uh, but there is a lot of like, there is some decision making that goes into play. Like there's a lot of thought that goes into being a good Alistair at times. It's not always Unga Boonga WQ, headbutt pulverize combo, go
Yeah.
unbreakable under the tower.
Yeah, yeah, I think yeah, definitely a little bit harder to pilot than like a Leona or a Nautilus, right? It's just
Yeah.
the window to engage is it's not as clear. Um,
Yep.
but that ultimate man, that is so good. And I mean he's got a tanky boy with him, right? Cho'Gath in the top lane. And then Swift obviously building Udyr a little bit tanky, right? Naturally, I mean obviously like turbo chem
Yeah.
tank and then whatever fits the situation really. But let's talk about Crystal Ice Race. Actually, before I talk about the
Yeah.
champs, we didn't even touch on this. I don't think we talked about Zed Legendinger, not
Yeah.
in the series, right? So once again, Crystal Ice, I think every week has come in with a different lineup, and we see Tankax in the top lane and Melk coming into the support. I think we saw that last week. If not, I knew that was coming, but
Yeah.
I actually didn't see Legendigger coming in here, so or not coming in here, I should say. Um, so I guess
Yeah.
this is the strongest lineup they decided, right, to put their best foot forward without Zed in lineup. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, let's
And
go back to the
maybe it's
champs.
not
Oh,
even
you
something
go.
that
Yeah.
maybe it's something that not even that they think that this is their best lineup, but that like maybe they don't know that for sure, but they say, "Hey, regular season didn't work out for us. We went 1-5. The only team we beat had a sub. Um, we have to change something, right?"
Yeah, I get that's true, right? And maybe this is
Yeah.
the better matchups against these five players on Inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
but yeah, bouncing back to the champions though, because there is like two picks that here that are pretty interesting. We see the Corki for Mr. Tuesday, which has been like pretty much very much a staple of his play throughout this season. But we have another player of the variable Tummy Time clan. We have Urgot in the top lane.
yeah, interesting. Yeah, not obviously a tanky boy like Malphite, which we saw last game, and it's obviously he can play a champ like this, right? I feel like Kled and
Oh
Urgot
yeah.
kind of fit the same role.
Yeah, I don't know if they say like if I would say like they fit the same role per se, but they aren't your stereotypical big dumb wet noodle tank in the top lane, right?
Right. Yeah, I guess that's what I was going for there. Yeah. They're not
Yeah,
Malphites, they're not the Cho'Gaths, they're not the Orns. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, they're the veritable wizards. Like I think of like this is more like like your Renekton, your Urgot, your um like Camille. These tanky people who still have a lot of capability to do a lot of damage or just run people down in some of their cases.
Yeah. And Renai circulation on the Oriana. So
Yeah.
that was picked before Mr. Tuesday, so that was probably a squeeze on his pool, right? Because we saw him play
Hmm.
Oriana just this last week against Crystallize,
Yep.
and he performed exceptionally well, right? Like that's definitely one of the stronger picks from him. So Blab gonna take that away and feel like, hey, we got a little bit of wombo here, right? We have really
Oh
good
yeah.
engage, Ash, Arrow, Leota, and obviously with Master Splinter, he's diving in there, put the ball on him. You got a nice little Oriana ult for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some really, really great options here for Oriana Ball for delivery mechanisms. How do you feel about these two teams? Like as far as this draft, like do you think a team won this draft? Is there a team like besides the player like from a draft and team count perspective, 50, is there a team that you feel is up ahead?
Yeah, I do. And I think it's inevitable, but I just gotta switch a scene here real quick. But why is this not? Okay, I got it. Boom. Here we go. Here we go, folks. We're already loaded in. No toasters today. Even though, wait, actually Salvo's the toaster, but that was a surprisingly quick load in. So nice.
Maybe he got his upgraded computer. He's had the parts, so he finally put it
Oh,
together.
very nice. Yeah. So team compositions. Just knowing how the teams operate, I like Inevitable's comp way more. I think they can pilot this really well, but I think if I was gonna play with my team, Double Sword and Noob Lords, I know which team I want, and I want the Crystallized team comp because it's
Hmm.
all about teamwork, it's about engage, it's about fighting, and I love to fight. So
They're definitely a team that
not in
is
real life.
they're oh yeah. That's where we save it all, right? We're save it all for the Rift. No fighting in real life. Put us
Yeah,
on the Rift though, and we're down to brawl.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, well, not Melk doing her job here. He's pinging
Yeah,
out hook resets cleanse, which I
yeah.
love. That's a great pick, especially
I
against Ashley Oda. Holy
yes,
moly.
yeah, that will guaranteed save his life at least once.
All right, and it looks
Oh,
like
I know, Joe. The fight
actually
me 3D. The best part is that is one letter off from either of our names. So who knows? Who knows who he wants to fight? Maybe he wants to fight us both at once.
we're a tag team. We only duo fight. Joe, you
Yeah.
gotta bring someone else to the bike racks. All right. Well, yeah, the
Oh
game
man.
game has started up. Pretty
Yeah.
standard start here. Well, actually, Udyr is starting on his red. So maybe looking to go down bottom here.
Yeah, HS0 starting off on top side of the map both these games now.
Hmm.
I wonder if that's the part of that he just doesn't want to run into Master Splinter for the scuttle fight. And he's like, I'll just path the opposite way. Or if that he really just wants to have this gank emphasis on bot lane.
Yeah,
And
that's a
that's
good
where he
point.
goes.
Yeah. Because he probably just assumes Splinter's always going to start on the lower side, right? And hopefully put
Yeah.
gank pressure top, and maybe leave Salvo and Develop Milk to their own devices here in bottom lane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So very interesting. We'll see how this plays out here. Just some standard trading here. Nothing to come of the level 2 here in bottom lane. Oh,
Yeah,
actually, a little stun action.
you know.
Not really feeling that one. Because he takes a lot of damage on the backside of that.
Yeah. Kind of walked in for a little, a little love tapping. Got a bit more than he bargained for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me switch some fortunes around here. Good.
Oh yeah, gotta get those, keep those around.
Urgot support. You heard it here first.
Oh God, I don't know what that all entails. The thought of that terrifies me. From in every possible way. Like
Yeah.
it's both good and bad.
Yeah.
Looks like yeah, we are seeing scuttles traded here as just relatively even all across the board here.
Yeah, gonna hit the vision cone for Swift there, and I don't think he pinged the ward in the try, but just a safe assumption that a blue side bot already warded that try. Actually on the way ping, so we might see, like we were talking about, Swift make a little visit down here in the bot lane. Nope, just gonna be recalled. And yeah, there's really no gank available here, right? Blue side's just so close to the tower.
Yeah, and I think like Master Splinter saw the same thing in the top lane, and like he sat around mid for a little bit, but Oriana's wave was pushing in, so nothing really to come from it.
Yeah. Oh, man,
Dude, Tuesday is showing to see like he's starting to get, he's really coming to form in this mid lane. Is but started off as a very passive laner, farming it, like focuses mostly on farm. We've seen him go for a lot of these more aggressive trades now.
Yeah, and I think that's good, right? 30. I mean, like core keepers
Yeah.
Oriana, especially in this early game.
Yeah, I think that is 100% where you want to be right now. Oriana, it's just Corki's just so much less cooldown getting. Like he's got you know the E and the E and the autos is not gonna be used for like wave clear. He's got his autos to push the wave in.
Oh, here it is. The Zenith plays lands onto hook reset. The Splinter was waiting in the wings, but actually gets knocked out from Tree here. Hook reset is gonna maybe go down to the ignite. Actually, no, the health pots were taking. Where Tree is though gonna go down. First blood for Crystallize once again.
Yeah. That's HSR trying to find a gank on a tank X in the top lane. Flashed for it actually as well off camera.
Yeah.
But was not able to convert. That was a lot of summoners blown in the bot lane. That was all four for the inevitable bot lane.
Oh yes, it was. I mean, yeah, and a flash on Leona still. That's actually really strong.
Yeah. And early ocean trade.
Yeah.
Like, that is ideal. Like that is the best dragon to have pre-6 minutes, bar none.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, to talk about the top lane gank that you just touched on. Tank actually didn't blow the flash there, but Swift's now down his. It's I dare say it's even looking better than game one here in the early game for Crystallize.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can keep this up.
Let's say yeah, it's and if it's not looking better, it's definitely at least on par.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the pace that you want to make. Right. They said, okay, that is what this team thrives on. Right. They are early game, good, strong, early pressure. So they need to make sure they can convert off that.
Yep. And Swift sees his favorite little treat there in the river. Gonna pick that up. Mr. Tuesday's in this mid lane bush. Tiny bit low on mana, but like you said, I mean, it doesn't take a lot of mana to do the quirky abilities, and really, his auto attack is just strong enough to win really any trade there against Oriana. Yeah. Oh, nice knock up from Thundercunt there. Tank's axe gonna have to blow the flash out of pure respect.
Goodness.
And so yeah, so she's gonna take a little bit of damage back on the backside there.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this top lane goes. Like, it's a lot less bullying, right? Last time it looked like Malphite was being a massive bully. This time, Thundercunt just started off strong right away. Had a bit more gank pressure, like, but the lane's been even. So we'll see if... I'm curious to see how that develops, right? Because eventually we just saw this point where Thundercunt was just...
Oh, the flash in from Melk. He gets in range for the Zenith blade. The Q comes in on top, and Splinter is there once again in the bottom lane to help secure a kill for himself. 2-0 for Splinter, and another death here in the bottom lane for Inevitable. Meanwhile, trades going on in the top lane. Yeah, I guess Splinter's just moving in here, clearing out the vision tree. Kind of maybe has to respect the tower dive here. But I think Splinter and the blue team here, Crystallize, are just going to take this blue buff.
Yeah, and Master Splinter just completely reevaluating where he wanted to be on this map. Last time we saw him gank top multiple times, we saw him gank mid a little bit. This time it has been all bot all the time.
Oh, the re-engage tree going into this land, put the pink ward salvo from the bottom lane, lands the arrow, Nice little team play there from Crystallize. Make it 3 for them on the board so far, but Tankax will get flamed down. AJ0 gonna help get Thundercunth rolling here in the top lane.
Yeah, as Master Splinter off to the ideal start he loves to see. 3-0. All these kills onto him.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
Going to be a very scary Diana. As AGS0's taking the blue buff, keeping the score even.
Yeah, that seems real familiar at this point. And yeah, Splinter's he's actually really deep in territory, but he'll get off the sneaky recall here. And yeah, sort of a slowdown here. We reset everything. 1.7k gold here for Crystallize, essentially. But like you said, that Ocean Drake, I think that it's going to help out a lot. And now with that on the board, does Crystallize now start prioritizing Dragon instead of Rift, right? What do you think?
I think that they definitely have, like, they have the priority for it with Diana being ahead, and I think that's where they want to be. The Ocean Drake on its own obviously is just really great because it's super nice to have an Ocean Drake throughout laning phase where that long form regen just helps keep everyone topped up, lets you get these more extended trades. I mean, that's all obvious here. But my assumption is that they'll probably try and go ahead and say, hey, this is the Cloud Drake. If we get it and it's free, awesome. If not, I don't think they're going to try and force it. I think this as a team, they're more interested in getting the gold snowballing. I think Master Splinter just puts the prio on the gold.
Ooh, nice circulation. Gonna be a swing and a miss there. Basically just using it as defense against Mr. Tuesday as he spots him on the rotate back up to his mid lane. And yeah, Thundercunth, he did take a little peek over at the Rift Herald pit, and he confirms, yes, Crystallize, they took it. And so Rift Herald and an early Drake here for Crystallize. I mean, this is a very good early game here. They are setting the tempo. Splinter, I've been super happy about the current game state. And now this Dragon's coming up. People are going to be healthy on this bot side.
Yeah, Orianna might not have ult for this fight, which may be very relevant.
True, yeah. Thundercunth's they're actually, these guys are on the wrong side.
They sure are.
Oh, there's the knock up. There's the chomp. Tankax goes down again in the top lane, and Thundercunth now has teleport. This changes everything.
Yep, this should be Dragon over.
There it is.
Yep, there's the TP. Very proactive. It's just, nope, we're securing this Dragon. This is ours.
Oh.
I'm sure this Crystallized team is not happy about that, obviously, but I don't think they're terribly upset either. Like I said, I think they had a higher priority on that Herald. Oh my goodness. I mean, we already knew Master Splinter was big, but that buy, though, picked up the Nashers. Diana's going to be clearing camps fast and trying to clear champions even faster.
Yeah, and he's making a return once again to the Clown Fiesta bot lane.
Yeah, putting a lot of emphasis. He saw how big Hooker Sets got last game and says, no way, not again, not on my watch.
Yeah, and I mean this has to be exactly what they thought about in between these games, right? Like, what's the game plan here?
He's investing so much time into this gang.
Oh, there's the question mark, King. So they, yeah, inevitable. They smell something is really fishy here. Hooker Sets and Tree, they're not even giving it the time of day. They're not even walking up at all.
Oh my god, he's spending so much time, and I feel like Development and Savage just kind of gave the gank away, honestly. By being that obvious. Like, they disappeared a vision. What are they going to do right now, right? Mid was pushed in.
Oh, inevitable, but they're coming in. They're going to bring more numbers to the fight here. Splinter had to go back into the backside, try to heal Hook Resets out of this, and there is the teleport from Crystallize now, actually, and it's going to be a 4v4 down here in the bottom lane. And the Rift Herald is summoned. Leona goes in, Development gonna, oh, there it is, Orianna, it's gonna be huge, secures 2 kills for himself, and the Rift Herald is gonna come in and charge this bot lane tower. But who else is gonna die? It's Swift Flash in and triple kill.
Yeah. He saw it. AJ0 saw the chance to get a kill, but instead it was his Nexus play, and Master Splinter's picking up another kill. This is absolutely massive. It doesn't matter that Thunder couldn't stop Urgot's teleport in the top lane. This Crystallized team gets first tower, a whole bunch of plays, and a whole bunch of kills to go with it.
Wow, yeah, that's the huge tempo turn that we saw last game for Inevitable, right? That huge fight in the bottom lane, but this time it goes in favor of Crystallize. Wow, yeah, and a great Rift Herald. I mean, honestly, they didn't even expect to get those kills, right? Like that, they didn't really see the opening. He summons the Rift Herald early. It's like, yeah, let's just get the plates and walk away. But it kind of seemed like Inevitable served it up for them.
Yeah, Xmas Tree was, staying behind to make sure that his whole team got out, but Mr. Tuesday was just within the range of that Orianna ult, and it picked up him and Xmas Tree for just an instant double kill for Renai, and then that just broke it wide open, right?
Yeah. Oh man, 4-0-1 on Master Splinter's Diana, 3-0-1 on Renai Circulation's Orianna. So the gold is definitely in the right place, right? There's going to be a ton of damage, a ton of magic damage.
That play was huge for Renai. Like, his TP came really, really late, but it didn't matter because he still got, like, he was 0-0-0 before that, right? He just picked up a whole bunch of gold from that rotate, like, from going down there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess sort of a silver lining here, ThunderConf on this Cho'Gath, he's 2-0. Just a slight CS lead, but I mean, he did already finish this Frostfire Gauntlet, so he is still a very respectable frontline tank for this Inevitable squad, but
yeah,
the question is, will they have the damage to follow through? 0-2 for hook resets. I mean, the exact opposite of the kind of game he had last time.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. There's a lot of big items coming out. We have Ludens on Orianna. We have Kraken Slayer on Ashe. Diana's already had the Nashers for a while. The only mythic, like, Cho'Gath's got the Frostfire, Udyr's got the Turbo Chem tank. But, like, we're not seeing Cho'Gath for a while. His TP's not up. Him and Urgot are still just noodling up there.
Yeah. Yeah, the noodles will probably continue here. Scuttle gonna be secured here for the blue side of Crystallize. ThunderConf, he's gonna get a couple plates up here, it looks like. Or actually, the plate's already down. Yeah,
that's why it's going down so fast.
Oh, but he takes a tower shot on the way back. Tank X like, yeah, get out of here.
Kind of saying, go on, kid. Flips him out of the tower. He's like, you're not supposed to be here. Get out of here.
Yeah, and Gentleman Joe's like, oh, yes, very good. Yeah, good day, sir. I will leave. This certainly isn't my tower.
Such a pleasant exchange. It's just top lane things, man.
Yeah.
They're a different breed.
They are. I'll never understand it, right? Because that's just the lane farthest away from what I want to do in this game. But the gentleman's agreements that come out of like tanks in top lane, it's really something. It's just a pure amount of respect, player v player, in the top lane, and actually Inevitable, they see an opening here. They set up the vision for it.
They have a lot of respect for the Shelly, so much they're putting 4 people on it and burning her down right away. Actually, I don't remember. Shelly, the second one has a different name, is what people call it, but I'm uninformed.
Oh yeah, I'm terribly uninformed. I call it Rift Herald, which is probably not what the cool kids are calling today. I need to get on TikTok.
At least you're not calling it a Scuttle.
True.
There was a period of time when Tree called it Scuttle a few times, and it just stuck, and then everyone knew it wasn't that, and then they kept trying to call it, Herald, but they accidentally messed up and say Scuttle. It's like, yeah, let's go to Scuttle. God.
Yeah, so they promptly used that Rift Herald top lane. I mean, the top tower was nearly dead. I assume it got a charge in there.
Yeah,
direct camera probably didn't see it.
Yeah, I assume that it got a charge in the top tower, or at least I hope for Inevitable's sake it was, because if it didn't... Hold on here, I can actually... I can go back real quick,
right.
So I can go.
Nice.
I'll do some investigation for you.
NA production, here we go.
They did not. They took it down, they put 3 people there, they burnt the Herald because they thought, yeah, there was some miscommunication. They said, hey, there's only tank axe over here, we're popping it, and then they see that every single other player was, a great threat of rotation for Crystallized. 3 members started to threaten the rotate, and denied the second Herald.
Yeah. Well, great news for Crystallized there. as we take stock of the game again. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a similar story to last game, right? Roughly a 3K gold lead for Crystallize. They're feeling good. They're setting the tempo. It feels like they can win all of these fights
Yeah.
unless
Unless the big difference between this game and last though is that like I think that the 3K gold lead was very, very brief. This one's been kind of more consistent, which means like it wasn't just like oh, we got 2 towers and they're about to be unanswered and they get 2 towers back, right? And then the other thing is that they have 2 dragons. The last time at this point of the game, they were down dragons 0-3.
true, yeah. So they have that in the back of their pocket, right? Like they are pushing up. They're warding deep into this blue side jungle for inevitable, and surely this is just all set up right to get that bot lane wave pushing into the tier 2, keep the mid lane pushed, and hopefully they can secure the 3rd Drake here, which will be
Yeah.
Infernal. So another really great dragon for them already.
Yeah, I would say Infernal sold this game, definitely high priority. But like it's not up for a little over 2 minutes, so there's definitely some time to get a little weird around the map before having to set up vision and control over that river. You see a lot of healthy respect. Oh,
Orianna ult. Okay, it's flashed out from Thundercont. I see the direct camera right there, the last second. So, yeah, nicely done, right? Taking ult for a flash any day of the week.
yep. Yeah, Orianna ult came, and I mean, if that hit, he was probably dead. Flash Splitter was taking the blast cone over. That's the 2 biggest members of the team. You're a big show, but like, Diana and Orianna will just still cut through you if you got no backup.
Yeah, and I mean, despite him being so tanky, right, and not really, like, you don't need to ever like flash out like, oh shit, I'm taking too much damage, right? You just go down with the boat. But I'm always surprised at how often he's relying on the flash for the flash feast, right? It really is such a great finisher move because any backline squishy has to respect like, am I in flash feast range? And that changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah,
right?
he's all of a sudden now like at half health. Like if you're at, you have half a health bar to work with effectively. Where like all of a sudden now you just have to play outside of flash range of Cho, because otherwise he flash eats you and you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. No questions about it. You go in his tummy. Tummy time.
Yeah. Something interesting to point out here on this show build though is that he's going Thornmail second, right? He don't play the Seal Caps, not Merc Treads. So he's got a very small amount of MR. He has a 25 MR that comes from Frostfire Gauntlet. The 2 people who are really big on this team are the Diana and the Orianna.
Yeah, that is gonna be something. Milk gonna land the Zenith Blade, Mr. Tuesday. Okay, what's going on? Like, I don't even know why Milk went in, but I don't know.
Dude, I think there was a lot of people who were really confused there, and Milk's just like, ha, I fooled you. Like,
Yummy time. Oh, my apologies. Yeah, it is yummy time for Cho when he's feasting. It's yummy time.
Oh, so we got yummy time and
tummy time. Oh man, we got so many times. Into the time is now to fight in the mid lane. It appears, and oh my God, so much DP, but it's actually doubled up. Hooker says getting maybe the mega value cleanse, the big package over the top, but Crystallize, they are charging forward. Their health bars are looking really good, but Splinter is gonna go down first at the start of this fight, but it doesn't matter. 3 down for inevitable already. Double kill for Tank Act and Mr. Tuesday, the lone survivor of this mid lane fight. And Crystallize, they are loving that result. They take the tier 2 here, and they're gonna go straight for Infernal.
Yeah, who cares about it? We don't have our jungler. Doesn't matter. We killed 4 for 1. This dragon is still ours. If Corki even tries to come remotely contest this, they can just gut him.
Yep. And oh man, this is Crystallize's game to win.
Yeah.
And to throw as well.
Oh yeah. They're in the exact opposite situation of this game at this time. Actually, it was about 22 minutes. It was 3 drags up. They're at 3 drags. They're threatening Soul Point. They have about a 5k gold lead. And so now they just have to try and convert on that.
Yeah, and there were some great spam pings out of there. I'll show the chat once again. Baron Nashor is alive. If you don't know, it's an epic monster on Summoner's Rift, and it's really good. And Crystallize, they want it. They want it. They want to take it top lane. They just want to get rid of all these freaking towers on the map here.
Yeah, we're taking Baron top lane. I like that.
Yeah, take the whole guy. Take the whole guy up there.
Yeah. What are we gonna do with that big purple worm?
All right. Well, that's the potion. That's Batty Breakdown. You'll find out more what Baron Nashor does. Maybe. Oh my God. I mean, as everyone knows, Bad Dragon, a sponsor of the SBL,
Yeah.
but any cross collaboration, Riot Games X Bad Dragon, right? That's the Baron Nashor Bad Dragon line.
Oh, and just sees it. He does have flash available. This is going to be a 50-50, but Astro's going to come through.
And Splitter picks it up, but will they survive this fight at the end of the day? And I think they will. Crystallize is just going off here.
Surviving it. That's 3 members down.
Yes, and Mr. Tuesday will surely go down here and make it 4 dead, 0 dead for Crystallize, and that's the Baron buff. Surely they're gonna get a lot off this.
No. Shirley is the second Herald I found out. This is just Baron. I don't think Baron has a cool name or anything like that, but he does have the Red Bull power play. I know that the Red Bull Baron power play. That's how we do it, right? We LCS
True.
now. That's how the sponsors.
Yeah,
Who's our Baron sponsor?
Red Bull, please don't sue us. We're not sponsored by Red Bull.
No, we're actually not sponsored by that. That's a total joke.
Water. It's the Water Baron power play.
Water Baron power. Yeah. All right.
Brought to you by Water.
It.
One
Just
of our
like
only
Baron,
remaining.
it's free unless you pay for it.
Maybe Crystallize. They're paying some money earlier for
I
the game
would say,
too.
I would say Inevitable paid for that Baron. That was.
We'll make you pay
painful.
for it too.
Oh God! What a campaign!
Yeah.
We're gonna take this Baron, and Inevitable's gonna pay for it.
Oh, nice. Well, okay. What's going on here? 15-3. Crystallize. They are all over this game. I mean,
Where's
it's
this
nearly
Baron
a 10k
going, though?
gold.
Yeah.
I thought they were bringing it top, and I think that's
Okay,
where they're going
We're
here.
bringing it top. This is what we wanted. I asked for this.
Yep. Oh, and that's I know that feels Leona. Just his team's not here. Like.
Pay attention to me. Notice me.
Yeah.
As we're looking like a base race.
Oh yes, some macro shotgunning out of AJS Zero here in the Inevitable squad as they take the tier 1 mid tower, and it will get the Tank Axe teleport out of there.
Yeah. Oh no! Renai circulation recalled.
Oh no, he did. You're right. Oh, so they're gonna be. This is not efficient, right?
This is really awkward now. They're really split.
The question is, did Inevitable see the recall? And I assume they did, or there's now figuring out like, hey, where is Renai circulation? Why is the ball not out here? Zoning. They're not standing like they have him there.
Yeah, why is they all of a sudden just like, wait, why is this wave not crashing into this tower?
Yeah.
As a really awkward situation. There's people scattered all across this map.
Yeah. They're drawing a line in the red side jungle for Inevitable, and yeah, everyone's spread out. Maybe they all just agree to take 1v1s. Just everyone positioned to be positioned.
Very honorable.
Yeah, very honorable. There it is. The fight is started. Solar Flare coming down, but it's onto the 2 tanky boys from Inevitable, but a lot of damage going to come through. There's the Urgot ultimate. Yummy time! Or Stubby time, actually. And Blab is going to take up a nice ult for himself. An arrow on top of it. Double kill for him. Only 1 member. Once again, Mr. Tuesday alive for Inevitable. And inevitably, this has to be not the game-winning push, but surely the game almost secured.
Yeah, this is going to be a very and like the only unfortunate, this probably would have been a game-winning. Oh, it might still be. Okay.
Yeah, they're going for it. They're going hard.
I was just saying,
38.
They won that fight. 50. They won that fight right after Baron wore off.
Yeah, so not an ideal time to take the fight, but they take it anyway.
They take the fight. They took top inhib. They're crashing this tower. They're probably gonna have to get the tower and leave, not stay for inhib. As
oh, there it is. Infernal Dragon. Cloud.
Infernal Dragon. This is Soul.
Oh yeah, sorry, Soul. Yeah, Infernal Soul. So this.
It's a little sketchy. Health bars are low.
They are.
If Inevitable gets here fast enough, they could capitalize on this.
Yeah, and AJ Zero on the shooter. He's gonna be way out in front. Yeah, I mean he just needs to go down. It's so quick now. We're 27 minutes into the game.
And oh my goodness, like I have known that Crystallize has been in the driver's seat for this game the whole way through, but it is 20 kills to 4.
Yeah, I mean this.
When, like I realize that every fight I'm looking at, oh, they're winning this team fight, but like, where did this game get so out of hands?
Yeah, I mean I mean, it feels like it all stems down from the bottom lane. The bot lane is very important in the series, it seems. But honestly, after that bottom lane fight, every fight from then on is Crystallized just coming way out on top. It did Master Splinter his 3 kills early. Was that enough? The Nashor's Tooth early pickup, was that enough to just snowball this game out of control? I mean, Blab also picking up
Yeah,
those 2 kills. Yeah, let's not even forget about that. I mean, it's just
yeah. On
so
the second
easy to
big
land
bot
all of
fight,
this damage.
yeah, every single thing has come from, like you said, the spot lane, right? Like Master Splinter started ganking early bot lane. That's what got him rolling. There was the 5v, there was the 4v4 in the bot lane that which got Renai rolling, and then after that, laning phase was over. But like,
Yeah, and here we are,
yeah.
tier 2,
Oh my
bottom
goodness.
for inevitable. They are, why, I don't know. This seems real dicey here. Less than a
Yeah,
half health on
yeah.
this tier 2
They
here.
need to do something fast. The package is up. I actually have not seen
Oh,
a proactive. Oh,
there's the flash pulverized tree trying to reach out and get dumped in here, but Indian's here. He gets swapped back into the back line there. And Mr. Toothy goes deep in with the package, but he is not going to pick up any kills for his life there. Double kill for Salvo, and it's just pure cleanup at this point, right?
yeah.
Thundercunt's going to go down,
Oh
and
my God, Hooker said
oh, not going to be
there was
enough, though.
there was a brief glimmer of hope.
Oh, and the game, it's just frozen on my side. The spectator client cannot take the devastation that Crystallize is
I
outputting
wondered
here.
if there was a surrender because it's the only guess, right? Like obviously this game is done, right? The supers alone would take the base that are in that top tower.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on right now? I assume you still have
It's still
spectator going.
paused. No, spectator paused the same point as you. I
Oh,
think that there's something with spectator when teams surrender is what happens because we've had this happen a few times where it just stops.
okay. That's a new, what we'll call a feature from Riot
Yeah,
Games.
I don't know
Not
if it's
no
or
bugs.
maybe it's just a bug with the client sometimes, but like because we've seen this happen a few times. But yeah,
Okay. All
yeah.
right, the suspense.
Spoilers though. This game is done, and yeah, chat confirming it was an FF, so maybe that has to do with it, maybe not. But I can tell you one thing: Crystal Eye's like positively fucking dominant that game.
Yeah. Wow. Uh, what a great adjustment from game 1 to game 2. I don't think it's really, is it team comps, but I think it's just really execution, right? It's identifying, hey, don't let this hook resets guy get big, and we got to have better objective control than inevitable, right? AJS0, he's
Yeah.
all over those dragons, and it really, the 3 dragons early,
Oh
I
my
think really
goodness.
helped a lot out for
Yeah.
inevitable.
Are you
So I
looking
guess
at this damage graphs?
I guess I just X the game. I'm just gonna X the game. Leave.
Yeah,
It's
just exit the
FF.
game.
Nice. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I
Let me
felt
get
like
this
I
guy
don't
up
know. I
here.
also felt like this draft was a lot better for the way these teams go. Like you mentioned yourself, like I really liked an Emeralds draft, but like in terms of these teams that like this crystallized draft, just like this comp just popped off, and we saw it execute the way they wanted it to.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Fight, fight, fight. And that's what I said in the draft.
yeah,
And they just fought and they won every fight, it seemed like. And wow, yeah, I'm looking at the damage graph right now, but hats off to Mr. Tuesday, right? I mean, he really put it all down here damage wise, right? 20k against champions for the Corki here. And
yeah.
he would have been a real threat, right? If some of these tanky boys weren't so far behind and Inevitable could play a more traditional front to back. This
I
could
mean,
have been a
Cho
ton of
wasn't even
damage.
that far behind.
Well,
Like
true, but I
between
mean,
us, Cho
it's
was winning
really,
the
I think
lane.
the Udyr and
Yeah,
Alistar, right? They're just getting blown up, and maybe not Tree with the
yeah,
ultimate, but it seems like Swift was really ineffective there
yeah.
once he got to the mid game.
Udyr was not having a good time that game.
No, no siree. I will show the scoreboard just for a quick second here once more as we wait to get the next custom game going. But yeah, 4-0-20 for Salvo, almost a better number than that number. But game lobby's full. Oh, damn.
Try again right now.
All right, we're in.
All right.
All right. Well, so it looks like yeah. So losers picking the side here, and it's gonna be a swap back. So let me swap the overlays back. Here we
So do
go.
we see a Diana ban this time? Like this is now I'm very curious, right? We've established two very high priority picks, I feel like, between these two teams. Diana and Leona.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I knew it was Diana, but I might have I did I would have failed the quiz. I don't know if I the Leona's the right answer though. That I agree, Professor
Yeah.
30. That's definitely it. so impactful, like, especially in the bot. If we were having all these fights bottom lane, what tank
Yeah,
support would you want out of every tank support? Leona.
yeah,
It
yeah.
just makes it so simple. Level 6 solar flare with an arrow on top.
Mm-hmm.
Talbot's landing all these arrows, right? But they're not.
Yeah.
None of them are these crazy like cross map like
There
Kobe
was the one.
arrows.
There was some
Oh,
there was some really good ones. There was like the one that used to catch tree in the bot lane, which like opened that up, and there was also the one that's like guaranteed in the Baron, right? AGS was way on the other side of 50-50 with flash, and you
ah,
just ate an arrow to the face, and they go, cool.
true. Yeah. So I guess it's not long distance, but it's doing it right at the right time, right? Even that up
Yeah.
close arrow, like you said, that is a crucial CC to have, especially if you layer it after all of the Ona CC. I did see a moment there that I think if you cleanse two CCs that are stacked, right? I mean
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, yeah. That was the moment when the Ash arrow and the solar flare hit Hooker said like basically the same time, and then he just cleansed, and he's like the value cleanse, right? Like that's the cleanse you dream of. You're like, oh my god, so much CC just wiped away.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll hit him with the big ready here. Both teams probably just reeling after the two action-packed games we had, and yeah,
Oh
we're
yeah,
getting both readies here. We'll move right into
yeah,
draft of Game 3, folks. The series is tied 1-1, which
yeah,
going into the night, I don't know, maybe Twitch chat can answer it. And did we think this was gonna happen, right? I think a lot of people maybe were thinking inevitable 3-0s here, but this is a series. This
yeah,
could go the full 5.
yeah. This like I was convinced that Inevitable was the favorite team coming in, but like that confirmed, like this game confirmed all I thought. So, like that is totally possible for this game to go full 5.
Yeah.
As bans aren't changing here, it looks like we're gonna offer. I wonder. Yeah, they're gonna offer up the Diana to pick the Leona. That was the question I had coming into this draft.
There it is. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
see,
I mean, all I'm saying is these
I'm just saying. I
Crystal
like.
Eyes is they got the big cojones just letting this Diana through, and I get the
Yeah,
trade. I totally agree with you, but man, I as a Leona player, I do not value Leona as high as I do Diana.
yeah,
Um, okay, we'll see. But maybe now that we've seen it, both junglers play it, right? What's
yep,
the game plan, right? It crystallized now have to this whole draft. I mean, sure they're thinking about what champions to pick, but really,
yeah,
how do we make sure Swift doesn't get going on Diana?
yeah,
What's the game plan there?
yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's. And then there's another thing though is that like you can look at is that the Leona was the enabler for that bot lane for Hooker's hits to go, right? We saw him get engage after engage on the bot lane, and just popped off. And so we're seeing Tree default to Rel this time.
Rel, very nice. Yeah, a tree pick. A newer pick, right? It's a newer champion. But he did play Rel earlier in the season, and I'm
Yep.
looking back.
He played Rel last week
Week
as
four.
well.
Oh, yeah, that's just last week. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he had another Rel game. Maybe it was a scrim, perhaps, maybe week
As
0 that I'm
yeah,
remembering. But yeah, just knowing doing the scouting work for
yeah,
my team, I know that's a pick that we have to keep in mind. And it's a pick
yeah,
that I have to keep in mind because I have to learn what she does. But what I've
yeah.
gathered, and I've gone into the practice tool, she's a lot better into tank v tank matchups. Unless
Correct.
you're
Yes.
like a Gragas, right? Sort of these weird
Yes.
counter picks that sort of stop Rel. Yeah.
Yeah, Gragas is great into Rel. But yeah, yeah. I mean, her passive does so much work on that, right? It steals resistances, and it works really well against Leona, who gets
Yeah.
the W and gets a fat stack of resistances.
Yeah.
As we start to see Master Splinter's pool getting pinched even tighter.
Sharpening my feathers.
There's the Zaya. So Hooker Set's first game of the series not on that because they obviously wanted to get the Rel and the Cho'Gath here for the first round for Inevitable, and yeah, there's Vel'Koz to finish it off. So another great respect ban to Blav. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy amount of damage, and we'll see Tank Axe here on the clock. They already got the supports, the bot lane and the top lane figured out. And like you said, Splinter's pool a little bit pinched, and it's gonna be Rek'Sai. Wow. Okay. I mean, I know he plays it. I know he's a very strong jungler back in the day. What's the strength level of Rek'Sai in the
So,
current jungler meta?
Thrifty. Rek'Sai is still very, very strong, but it is a very all or nothing champion. Rek'Sai is. There's a reason why you haven't been seeing her a lot in professional play because it's it is this very, very gank heavy, bursty jungler, which is
Hmm.
perfect for Master Splinter, right?
Yeah,
But it is very much it falls off very hard in the late game.
yeah, and
And so there's a lot of pressure. Like if you pick Rek'Sai, there is a large amount of pressure on you to execute early and make proactive plays to start the ball rolling. Now, if Rek'Sai gets rolling, the gank pressure can be just immense and sometimes just unbeatable, as there's just so many routes, right? The tunnel
right.
opens up so many routes for these ganks that no other jungler can have access to.
Yeah, aside from as like a Zac, right? Like you basically yeah you get to just choose these really weird, uncommon gank angles,
Yeah,
and the thing that Rek'Sai probably does a lot better than Zac is just a hella lot of damage. Uh, and I think this has to be a conscious choice out of Crystallize, right? They realize, hey, last game we got the ball rolling early. Let's keep that up. We have to dominate these early games, right? Get better objective control, because inevitable they seem to crumble under the pressure of last game.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, and Rek'Sai could be the pick for that. And I really like that they picked the Orianna over the Xerath. We've been seeing Renai go to Xerath a lot lately. I think Orianna is just better for what their comp's trying to do and what their team's trying to do, right?
Yeah, it came
Play
off
around
a great
the
game
power of that
just last. Yeah.
shockwave. And we see the Yasuo Diana again. We didn't really get to see that interaction come up much in the first game, but it also wasn't super uh, relevant
Relevant.
most of the time. Yeah,
Right, yeah, because hooker
yeah.
sets, yeah, went off. Um, and let's we just talking about crystallized comp a lot. Let's talk about inevitable because at the end there I saw a Callista hover, which I mean that I think that would have been fun, but I have no
I think it
idea
would be very fun.
if she's
Callisto
even
Rel
strong.
sounds super fun,
Oh, damn, yeah, that actually that sounds really
right?
cool. Shit, but yeah, I mean he picks up Sivir and I mean, just knowing Hooker sets how mechanically good he is, right? Sivir's not the I'm a mechanically good AD carry, let's style on you type of hero, but it is maybe the safe choice here, right? It's a
Yeah,
very good lane against Leona Ashe. So obviously trying to get out into the team fight phase with Sivir, right? That ultimate being so impactful, and to help run your little Yasuo and Diana up, I think that's gonna be pretty good.
yeah. I think it'll be very relevant. I mean, Silverall's always somewhat relevant, right? So not even just if you're just using it for like rotations,
Yeah, yeah,
but like,
exactly. Yeah, you can use it in so many different ways, and it's just the go button, man. And
yeah.
it's Diana and Yasuo they're gonna want to go in. Same with Tree on this rel. Should see some pretty cool engage. Sorry, if I offended any not mechanically good AD carries out there in Twitch chat, but uh,
So toxic.
I mean, hey, whoa,
What?
30. We're not the toxic ones
I
here,
know,
right?
but
We're
this is the
supposed to
most
be the
wholesome.
good guys of
This
this
is like
league.
the most. This has to be the most wholesome cast, right? Like out of all the caster duos.
It's gotta be. I mean,
Like
I haven't yelled this player is so bad yet. So
I yeah no I haven't either. Like
it's
this is we're here to build people up. We
true.
focus on we're here to emphasize the good plays,
Yes.
and the bad dragon is here to for the bad plays.
Yeah. The bad play. If anyone didn't tune in, what is it? Sunday? Last Sunday, we here on this channel, we streamed
Saturday
Muffins.
night.
Saturday night, yeah, my mistake there. We streamed Muffins promo games as he attempts to get silver from bronze, but there was a Shyvana in that game, in either second or third game. That was the bad dragon. That was the baddest of all dragons,
That
and
was
I would love to see a bad dragon here tonight, but I don't think we're gonna see it out of these two junglers.
yeah. Neither of these junglers are. Where's Thermidor? Thermidor was our resident
Yeah.
Shyvana player.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Top lane Shyvana, right?
Yeah.
Those that goes back, man.
Jungle Shyvana as well. Back when it was like the
Yeah.
power farm meta for Shyvana.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
that is that that champion's just been like pushed off to obscurity.
Yeah, it's an old champ that hasn't been reworked, so you know it's probably bad compared to the new champs. So yeah,
I mean,
probably won't see it.
Sivir's an old champ though, and she
That's
still sticks around. Ashe
that's
is
true.
too. I should have minor
That's
rework, I guess, with the Q, but
yeah, but Sivir actually fairly untouched. Wait, I feel
yep,
like was her ultimate different here? Oh, we're switching scenes here. We are in
yep.
game, loading so quick here. Inevitable on the blue side, obviously we saw from the draft. Let me, boop, doop. There we go. All right. Well, here's the real question, 30. Do you think we're actually gonna see any level ones this series?
Thrifty, I think that we will, but not this game. I guess I'm gonna call it. We're gonna get spicy game 4. One of these teams is gonna be up 2-1, and then they're gonna willing to risk it. That's my hot take.
Oh, I like that. I agree. Yeah, if one of these teams, yeah, if they get into the match point scenario and they're like, fuck it, let's do it,
Let's
they're
get
gonna do it.
spicy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But man, the standard fan outs here.
Don't forget to get that scoreboard because it was really messed up this time.
Oh yeah, wowzers. Leona top lane, that's something.
Yeah. And it was Leona Diana top, right? Sun and Moon.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You you guys gotta do it now. For the lore.
Where's our lore battle?
Yeah.
Minions have spawned.
All right. Yeah. Nothing to really come out of here. Some wards used
Yeah.
from
Is the standard
Crystallize.
we're seeing the classic 5 split from Inevitable, and I don't know the mind of Urgot, so he's doing his own thing, but he's protecting the jungle in his own way. Don't you
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah. And once again, Swift starting opposite of Splinter here. And obviously Diana loving the blue buff, I think, a little bit more, at least for clearing out these camps just
Yeah.
a tiny bit faster here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if her actually. I don't know off the top of my head if her initial clear is actually mana gated or not. I know that like Morgana jungle is actually her full clear is her speed is capped by mana, not by damage, but like she just goes if she goes at one point,
Yeah.
like faster than the blue buff can reach Ed.
Yeah. The caster's command that was updated in chat. I appreciate that.
I do appreciate that quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing too exciting here in the early, but pings are going out. Oh my goodness, is Master Splinter looking for a very early level 3 gank? He's not even going to red side. Oh my goodness.
Did Tree see this? They went a little bit into the river, but I don't know. Direct to camera now coming down and nothing to be had. Yeah, I think that was spotted out actually. Or just maybe feeling the tempo. Maybe it was a tell from Melk and Salvo.
Yeah. That's costly though.
Yeah.
Like that was a lot of time that early clear can matter quite a bit as
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You just go straight to bit the madman.
Yeah, there's nothing to do here either. Tuesday sees it maybe from a mile away, or just there's really no reason to be that far up, and now HRS0 potentially coming in from behind, but no, he's gonna get this coveted scuttle on the dragon side to start this one off. And oh, actually, the fight top lane, Tank Tack's looking really good here against Undercut. The Rupture gonna barely get him out of that one. And it's getting real close here. Tank Tack's looking just a tiny bit healthier, though.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Master Splinter recovers from that gank-wise and timing-wise, because like that was a lot of time. Like, he spent ganking bot, and then he like showed up mid. HS0 just did a full clear. Will he find anything more productive on this gank in the bot lane?
Oh, but the bot prior is in favor of Inevitable, right? The lane is pushing, so yeah, not a lot to see there. Maybe potentially there for a counter gank, but I mean, I think everyone knows in this game, Splinter's got to get back to farming.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's well aware on that, and everyone's well aware that I'm sure all 10 players are aware in this game. Bot lane's gonna be where the action is once again.
Yeah, both junglers have already visited there, and yeah, it's gonna be another clown fiesta here in the bot lane in the Swain Baddie League. Meanwhile, top lane, yeah, pushing in ThunderConf. Pretty even lane up there, just CS in a way. Yeah, Mr. Tuesday pulling a little bit far ahead. Just a little bit, I should say. far as CS numbers go, but it should be answered back under the tower here from
He'll be
Renai's
down
circulation.
probably about a wave, maybe like half a wave will be ahead after this. Not a lot, but it's noticeable, right?
It's nice to see in the melee versus range, though. That's
Yeah.
Mr. Tuesday. I think he is just showing a lot of proficiency on this Yasuo, right?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by just really his play this entire season, right? It's someone that I think goes under the radar, and
yes.
this
No,
series I
very
think
good.
he's played pretty well. I mean, as far as the rest of the season go, especially that. But I think this could be a game for him, right? And on this Yasuo, it depends on can they get him rolling.
Yeah. Yasuo is also one of those weird ones who is like, despite the fact that like, you normally think, okay, melee versus range, the range gets the rest. Yasuo has a lot of pressure for a melee in these early matches, like in the early laning phase in certain matchups, just because of the fact that he has the ability to just go in and out with the minion wave.
True. Yeah.
Makes for some very odd trading patterns that just a lot of other characters don't have access to.
Yeah, and Master Splinter.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this. They're in this little cubby of bot lane where fights rarely happen. But Master Splinter, he's in the bush actually. And there it is. Hook Resist is gonna get caught here. That uses the spell shield. It has to block some CC, but there's the flash through the first blood for Master Splinter. Now Tree has to blow his flash to try to get out, and a ton of damage on the backside, but surely no kill to follow through. Meanwhile, Tuesday drops the ignite. No summoners blown though on the other side of Renai's circulation, but asserting dominance in the mid lane. But this will be another early dragon for Crystallize.
Yeah, not quite as early as the last one, and not quite as impactful, right? Like Earth Dragon's not as strong early as nothing is as strong as an early Earth Drake. But still, like you said, they off the right foot, right? They got first blood, they got it on Master Splinter. They picked up the kill on Cal. They put Hook Resets behind.
Yeah, that's once again the game plan. Yeah, it seems like that has to be the game plan for Crystallize here, right? You just put pressure on Hook Resets and Tree in this bottom lane. Do not let them get out of hand like game one, and hopefully we'll figure out the top side of the map here, and so it's gonna take this opportunity to go in onto Tankak. He's gonna get pulled in and will surely go down there, and he will. Thundercunt gonna get another kill for him here in this laning phase on Cho'Gath.
Yeah, it just rightfully recognized that they have the opportunity for this matchup. Like when it wasn't the Malphite, the Cho beat the Urgot in the lane previously, and that is an avenue of carrying, right? Like they can put this Urgot behind, make a very, very scary Cho who just cannot be answered in the split push. And like this team has a very, very strong 1-3-1. Yasuo, very strong duelist. If Cho gets ahead, put Sivir, Rel, Diana in the middle.
Yeah, I like that. That's obviously something Inevitable would like to see started here. Some pink, Milk spotted out here. I'm wondering what they're doing down here. Tree and Hook Resets. They are just chilling.
Yeah,
they're maybe sniffing out some kind of Master Splinter gank, and maybe they sniffed a little too early. Because now we see Master Splinter straight from pad into the bot lane. And they are playing so respectful, so far back. I mean, Hook Resets is barely trying to get in these creep hits.
Yeah, I mean the way they're shoving into him, right? So they have the ability to pass it for this point here, and they know like they are aware they have been made to target, right?
Yeah.
No, it's no secret that Master Splinter is going to gank this lane over and over again.
Oh, okay, Mel clearing out the control ward there. Nothing to be found, but AJS0 here, he is taking the red buff on this side of the jungle, so incoming another fight into the bottom line.
Did Master Splinter get spotted by that ward when he transferred over?
He did?
There was a ward in the middle bush there. Like,
oof, yeah, right? They know for sure. They gotta.
I don't know if depending on the path he took, if he left the bush, it's possible that it clipped on vision and didn't see it though.
Yeah, and now there he goes. Yeah, he's giving up. So yes, now spotted. But this gives all the info to Inevitable.
Yeah, man, Master Splinter is spending so much time on these ganks. He's down 20 CS over AJS. Like,
yeah,
He's just trying. He's spending so much time trying to find these ganks.
Yeah, oh, meanwhile, AJ's here, though. Well, sorry, top lane, I guess, direct camera. This is a little bit more important here. And, oh, there's the pull-in! Tummy time.
Tummy time. We had yummy time earlier with the AJS gank, and now it's tummy time as both these champions just determined to eat the other.
Yeah.
It is an all-you-can-eat buffet in the top lane, and the main course is the enemy champion.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah, well, I thought there was maybe going to be a little fight down in the bottom lane, but yeah, AJ0 not able to pull the trigger there. Mainly because there's the wave's always been in a bad spot for him, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that's been well done by this bot lane. Whether planned or not, they've been consistently building the slow push, slamming into the bot tower, and then letting it kick back to them. And every time that the bot lane has a big wave pushing, Master Splinter's there, right? And he's normally looking for the dive, like the gank on the when it bounces back, but at the very least he's there, right? When they're extended and they're vulnerable, he's ready for a fight.
Yeah, exactly. All right, taking stock of the game here. So, I mean, it's actually a small gold lead, right? I mean, so minimal, 300 gold for inevitable. 11 minutes in here. And Master Splinter once again returns to the bottom lane.
Yep.
Oh, here's going in on Renai Circulation. Oh, trying to confirm the kill there with the Ignite on top of Renai Circulation. Has to flash out. Any more autos, I think, would have done the trick there. And top lane?
It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. There's the flash. There's the beat. Yummy time.
Yep. No tummy this time. It's all yummy.
We're swapping in between the yummies and the tummies in the top lane. Oh, there's the arrow. Oh, gonna go wide and maybe. Okay, no, nothing to follow through. But you know, obviously, it did bait out the spell shield from hook reset. So maybe you just whiffed that purposely, right? Bait out the shield, and then you go in. But no, there's nothing there. But they do go over to this dragon.
Yeah, they're taking dragon for top there. The AJ0 picked up the herald during all this action. And that will secure this top tower.
Yeah. So
that's a big lead. This Cho's gonna be well over 1,000 gold over Urgot.
Yeah, Rift Herald gonna do its job here. Shelly, as I'm learning tonight, learned so much stuff. Shelly's gonna, oh no, there, Demelvilk's gonna land the Zenith Blade in the Q, but Tree's just gonna answer back with a little CC of his own, and there's a damage follow through on Salvo's dash, but meanwhile, mid lane, the 2v2 begins. Master Splitter gonna blast, get the auto, there it is. Thundercut's gonna go down. Mr. Tuesday trying to follow through, launches into the air as this Yasuo, but Renai Circulation's gonna pick up that kill. A 0 for 2 in the mid lane, Melt going in with no mana. The Summoner heal for Salvo to keep him alive here, and Salvo's full health, but no mana. What can he do here? Nothing.
That 2v2 was huge, though.
Yeah.
For them mid, right? They picked up the kill on the show. That gives Urgot a bit of breathing room.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, see, that's experience right there. That's hook and resets and treat. Playing this game for I don't know how a decade basically. Realizing, hey, where's Milk? The support's not there. Easy, right? Ash has to blow the splash. Yeah. That's a heads up play there, and that's something, right, for this inevitable bot lane to try to get back into this.
Yeah. I mean, they're not even that far
behind. Yeah, they're not even far behind, I guess, yeah.
Like, Master Splinter picked up that kill, so it's a wave. They're down a wave.
Yeah.
Which, considering the amount of pressure that Master Splinter's pushed down there, is phenomenal, right?
Yeah. Oh, Thundercut, yeah, and like you said, this Cho'Gath's gonna have a huge lead. I had the gold up here before the fight broke out, so yeah, it looks like 700 gold lead basically over the tank axe.
I'm seeing like 850. Yeah.
Yeah. And looking at the rest of the squads here, it looks pretty even across the board. So, oh, actually no, Renai Circulation maybe pulling ahead a little bit over Mr. Tuesday as well. But actually, Swift, yeah, all this power farming, AJ0-0-0-1, but he has a gold lead over Master Splinter. So like you said, all of the time spent on the ganking, that has been really impactful.
Yeah. I mean, that is a big portion of the jungle, right? Like, you do, like, right now the jungle, catch-up XP is no longer removed. Like, it's no longer a thing. You have You have to be on top of keeping your farm.
Oh, but Thundergun goes in, lands a Rupture on the Tank Axe, but no more Rupture against the Master Splinter, who comes to the top lane. Tank Axe is going to pull that one through and get
It's been
killed for
back
himself.
and forth. We've had Yummy that's coming, then
Oh my
but
god,
it's
and
actually the bot.
Diana down in this bot lane. AJ0, he's actually tanking all of these tower shots and gonna get out with his life, but he does pick up the kill. Salvo's gonna go down here in the bottom lane. Teleport from Tank Axe, and nice! Fucking Blaboor ult, Orianna ult to steal that one through.
Yeah, fat shockwave. And this game is just getting very interesting. Like we had one-sided for one team, one-sided for the other. And this game is very even, right?
Yeah, and Melk's a madman here. Maybe not
Oh
actually.
my
Not.
goodness.
Nope. Yeah,
This
nothing.
tower is taking a lot of damage, but we're looking. We have 3
Oh!
people coming in, and the spell shield's late.
Yeah, cleanse and flash down for hook resets now, and just barely getting out with his life. Boomerang blade. Parting gift gonna go wide there, but they do save this tier 1 mid tower just for a moment.
That's big though, right? Keep the money off the map from the enemy team. And I froze.
All right, well,
So
I'm still in this
wait
minute
for that.
here.
All right. Oh,
Splinter.
there we go. We'll
Nice.
fast forward to catch up.
So Splinter just finishes red buff here. He's gonna take the recall, go back to base. 2-0 and 2 on this Rek'Sai. Prowler's Claw already created or completed. And Crystallized, they are gonna be rounding up as a team. It seems like a lot of action is gonna happen around this mid lane though.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. But we're kind of seeing some things repeat though from before. Like Renai circulation was basically even with Mr. Tuesday, all of laning phase, but then some stuff happens in the bot lane, and now he finds himself up 2-0 and 1.
Yeah, and Crystallized, they come together. They got the double control wards in the Pixel Brush. That's strong. That's going to take forever to clear out. Well, especially in the face of a 5-man Crystallized team. It's going to be 5 men for Inevitable here, too, as the fight is beginning. Tree's going to start this one off. Melk and Tank Axe are going to get stunned up. How much damage can this front line take here? And Diana goes big into the back line. But it's actually a very close fight. 1 for 2 so far, but it feels like anyone's fight so far. There's still some healthy members here for Crystallized. There's the end of the blades of Melk, maybe ending his life though to get the trade kill, but he doesn't get it. Splinter's gonna go in, he's gonna pick up the kill, and he does. Onto hook resets and the flash out. 2 for 3 in favor of Crystallize.
Oh my goodness. I am so bummed that I was still trying to catch up from the earlier delay during that. But you narrated it beautifully, and I felt like I still got to see that whole fight. What was just... It sounded like it was done on a nice edge the whole way.
It was. It actually, at first, it really seemed like Inevitable was going to take that. It was a really good engage out of tree. A great follow-up from AJS0, pulling a lot of backline people together. And health bars got really low for Crystallized, but they were able to kite it out. And on the backside of the fight, Melk just started suicides in, and they pick up another kill. And that's hook resets actually going down there at the end. So another kill for Master Splinter. 5-0 and 2 on the Rek'Sai. 2-0 and 4 for Blaboor on this Orianna. It's just like game 2, and it's looking real good for Crystallized. But meanwhile, the gold lead's still in favor of Inevitable.
Yeah. 3 dragons, though, is a very real amount of stats.
It is, yeah. And that puts them on the coveted soul point here.
Yeah.
Which I think Crystallized with the team comp they have, I think they're feeling really good now about any potential 5v5 that they can take.
Yeah, that is a great place to be, right? Because this Inevitable squad have to engage them on a 5v5, right? They have to. You can't just let them get Infernal Soul.
Yeah, and I mean, it was, like I said, the last fight, great engage out of Inevitable, but a fight that close, it really might come down to just small micro mistakes out of some player, right? It's tough to see through the whole fight, but there's just a couple seconds of damage that wasn't applied, right? Like a tank surviving just a little bit longer than expected.
Yeah, or someone just playing just a little bit better, right? Someone making like that perfect play to weave in one extra auto attack, or
Yeah. Yeah, really anyone's game here, it feels like, and both teams really wanting to take the lead in this series 2-1.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that is for sure. These teams both want this. They want this so bad.
yeah. And
Both these teams have a person who've never won an SBL.
Oh.
AGS0 and Salvo, two of the longest running members. Neither of them have won an SBL.
All right, and tonight, one of their, like, that streak continues, right? They're gonna continue being perennial losers of the Swain Batty League, but really perennial winners because they've spent so much time playing with us, friends of the community of Swain Batty League. I'm talking to you, Twitch chat. Yes, you are all of our friends, and I love all of you.
And you are what makes the Batty League.
Yeah, 30. I love you too.
Yeah, I love you, Thrifty.
All right, we've hammed it up enough. Back to the fighting, the virtual fighting. Remember, no fighting in real life.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, folks. Violence is never the answer, except virtually. It's
yeah,
always
only
the
on
answer.
the Rift, where it decides all of the questions.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, while we were talking about the history of the Swain Batty League in some certain players, the Rift Herald, the Shirley was used in mid lane, I believe, and bottom lane. Maybe mid lane? I don't know. Tier 1 tower went down for Crystallize, and that's going to be big for Inevitable here as they try to get some control over this Dragon River.
Yeah.
Minute 30.
That tower gold was keeping Inevitable in the game, right? They had that 1.5k gold lead. They're up 2 towers. That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah. Exactly, and we see a Renai circulation here in the top lane. He does have the teleport. Mr. Tuesday's actually going to go up and answer him. He doesn't have the teleport, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, there should be plenty of time to get back into that dragon area. Pushing out mid wave for Inevitable here. And get some resets in here before a very crucial fight of Game 3 here in the series. And oh my god, will they stop these backs? They stopped one. So Tree,
not the one that was important.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, let's see, does Tree actually have wards? That's honestly the big thing here. I don't know if I can even see the stacks of the wards.
You can. He just recalled to get him. He had none.
Yeah. Okay, perfect, yeah.
So that back was actually still very relevant.
Yeah.
Interrupting that.
Yeah, that's always feels bad going into a really crucial dragon fight and your support has no wards. I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's rough. And Crystallize, yeah, they get that control ward into that bush outside the red buff, but yeah, instantly cleared out. But they still got some regular wards back there, so they kind of see the whole setup. They see all 5 members of Inevitable are here.
There as well.
Oh, yeah, early teleport there from Renai circulation. Yeah, just like you said, he has to get into this fight early before Inevitable sees the strike chance, and there it is. Tank Axe gonna get started onto. Salvo's gonna use the arrow to try to disengage and peel, but 2 members instantly dead for Crystallize.
Yeah, Orianna had a 4-man shockwave, but it didn't matter because those members with Master Splinter Tank Axe were already dead by the time it landed.
Yeah. Oh man, that's actually a lot of damage on the backside, but shouldn't matter too much as...
I mean, that's relevant, right? That makes it... That Baron is no longer like something they can just go for free, right? They have to respect that Orianna damage still.
Very true, yeah. It can't be the drag straight to Baron play. Okay, yeah. Tree's gonna walk away from that, but at the end of the day, that's exactly what Inevitable needed, right? They got the dragon, they denied the soul point, and an Infernal of their own, right? Which is only gonna really help as this game scales later.
Yeah, as this game's not showing any signs of being done anytime soon.
No, it is not. And really, what is Master Splinter here? What's his objective? He's 5-1-2. He's gonna take some Stone Bros here, but they gotta be looking to take out one of these squishy members. I think right away, right before Tree can get that nice engage with the Rel. They have to try to take out one of these squishy damage dealers.
Yeah, this is very much a who shot first kind of moment in some of these team fights, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the one being engaged on. You want to be doing the engaging on. As we saw, like Master Splinter and Tank X just died immediately before that fight, and it didn't even matter that Oriana hit a 4-man shockwave because half the team was dead already, and there was no more follow up. And we've seen the reverse on the other hand, where you know, if Diana or Yasuo or Sivir get blown up beforehand, they just don't have they don't have the follow up after that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I mean at that point they could maybe just start ignoring Thundercunt or Tree right on this tank line, right? If there's no damage to back it up, the threat's low. In Crystallize, yeah, they're pushing in mid wave here, putting the pressure back onto the Inevitable. And they group as 5, and yeah. I mean I don't know if they can really get how are they going to pull some of these members away from Inevitable, right? Because Inevitable, I think at this point, the idea is stay grouped all the time.
Yeah.
It might have to be a crazy arrow setup here, or just Milk finding this really out of line solar flare.
Yeah, or just like if someone wants to support it, you can just like get the Zenith Blade into I don't remember what the bonk is actually called, which is really unfortunate, into the solar flare. Like just like lock them up long enough for everyone else to catch up, right? That is a possibility. Leona can do that.
Yeah, and Milk has shown he has no regard for his life in this game. Playing the support role, it doesn't matter to him. And honestly, that's sometimes the right play. Right? If you sacrifice your life as Leona, you use all your CC, all of your burst is gone, that's okay. If so, you lock the crucial member down, I'll die.
Yeah, verified lunatic. He's got his lunatic card. He's willing. He is more than willing to sink the ship and burn everything he knows to take you with him.
Yeah. Well, both these teams are very content right now, just pushing waves back and forth.
I was gonna say, it seems like both these, they're just, that fight didn't go how Crystallize wanted it to.
Yep.
And Inevitable is still a little afraid to pull the trigger, and just everyone's like, there's a lot of feeling it out right now.
Yeah. Yeah, the pace has slowed down considerably. Allows us to, I guess, take stock of the game state.
I was about to say, you mentioned the game state of things. That Cho'Gath's a lot tankier this time than last game.
Oh,
there's only one magic damage threat this time. It's Oriana, who's like, very, very big, but not the primary damage. Like, not the I am it wasn't like Diana or a last game who's like, our damage is magic, right? And Cho'Gath had armor. That Cho is a lot of armor.
Yeah. Frostfire Gauntlet and a Frozen Heart. I mean, Salvo can only dream of doing damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Hawk sees them. The Baron's going down very quickly here. Teleport in from Thundercunt to bring their personnel up to 5 members strong here. Baron is getting incredibly low. There's the arrow to stop the jungler from, or actually just stops Tree. Doesn't get AJS 0.
Yeah.
And the Baron is secured for Inevitable.
Fun fact for you, 50. Stuns don't stop smiting.
What?
You can smite while you are stunned. Do not
knockups
the jungler.
Are the only thing.
Suppressions.
Huh?
Has to be a suppression. Like
suppression.
Malzahar, Skarner ult. That's why Skarner wins 50-50s all the time. He just ults the other jungler. They can't smite then.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, even a knockup?
I'm not 100% sure on knockups, but I'm pretty certain. I'm fairly certain you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's.
But definitely on stun.
Oh, actually, there is the shockwave to start this one off, and AJ there, he gets taken down early. That's maybe what they needed here. Crystallize. They're now going on to Mr. Tuesday and Thundercunt as they move further down from the river. This Infernal Drake is actually supplying a little bit damage into this fight here. And it's a double kill for Develop Milk, and it's a wipe, a 3-for-1 actually.
That's Infernal Soul.
Yeah, for Crystallize, this is huge.
Oh man, their jungler's down. Actually. They have to pull this out. This is a little hairy. This is stealable.
Very, very stealable, and
there goes the boomerang.
Oh! Oh my god, that boomerang play. That was I don't know if it was even a range actually, but I feel like that was timed perfectly.
It would have hit, if it hit, it would have taken Dragon.
Yeah,
but it was just like that boomerang on right there. It was just barely too short. Astro gonna whiff.
Supporting the teammates, that's what's important. I mean, if that fight lasted longer in that bush, that's a good arrow.
Yeah. Yeah, holy shit though. That bear, like the boomerang stopped right before the dragon. The dragon was double digits.
Yeah.
Like
Yes. It's crazy like the game slows down in everyone's mind. I'm sure it
yeah,
does for junglers. Like the
yeah,
time freezes for a moment, and you just know if you
yeah,
look at your smite cooldown and you don't have it, you're like, fuck, it's stolen.
yeah,
It's gone. And like both junglers were dead, so they were just probably watching that from black and white and be like,
yeah,
oh yep, it's gone. Like both teams are like, yep, they got it, right?
yeah, yeah. Oh my
Surely.
god.
Well, not surely, but yeah.
Yeah, but oh my goodness, that had to be going through their heads, right? Like you see that boomerang coming out and you see those numbers and you go, oh fuck. That's what there's going. Fuck, my team didn't get this dragon. And then
Yeah.
Zero's going, holy shit, we got this.
Yeah.
And then it stops. Pixels short.
Yeah.
That is heartbreaking. That legitimately could be the deciding play of this game.
It could
Was
be, yeah.
a boomerang by pixels.
Yeah, and great segue here. Let's talk about how this game state has now changed. Crystallized, they are still below in the gold amounts, right? But they have
Yes,
Infernal Soul,
their
and
quantities of gold are lower.
yeah, but they have to feel so strong. They have to feel so confident going into these fights, right? And it's Bluer last fight who gets that jock wave early, right? It's just onto AGS 0, but it chunks him out so hard. Melk, being the lunatic that he is, he sees the opening and takes him out. That's the exact fight they need, and they feel really good about taking that.
And the thing is that like with Inferno Soul now, that's the extra burst of damage. Milk wouldn't have even had to do that, right?
Yeah.
They would have been topping with that. And like, sure, they're down 3k, but the extra stats they have from those 3 dragons makes up for it. Fairly, like, I don't know the exact math on that, but it's definitely very, very close
Yeah.
in terms of raw stats.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like just like gold value of stats.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at dealing 121. Looks like, oh, damn it.
Oh, with the soul is definitely a bump, right? The soul puts you.
Yeah.
The soul is definitely worth more than the extra gold.
Yeah, I'm just, man, if all, I mean, it's 109. That's, it actually is different for each champion, right? But like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking maybe like an ultimate's worth of damage combined from all 5, just from autoing, just from doing things.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the cooldown's not long on that, right? Like that will, you will proc
3
that.
seconds.
3
Oh,
seconds.
with the bait push from Inevitable, Tank Flash actually not, or Tank Axe not getting the flash over the wall as much as he wanted to. And he goes down, Inevitable liking that move there, and they are maybe going to meet the wave top here. Or at least push it into this tier 2 tower, make it a 5v4.
Yeah, Inevitable time and time again proving they love the bait bush. They do the bait bush so often, and it works for them. They do it so well.
Yeah, oh, actually, quick update. Muffin update. He is 2-0 in his silver promos right now. That's, I mean, but don't tune away from this. This series is going to keep going, but maybe tonight there's going to be a lot of winners.
There might be a lot of winners. Muffin might be making that push. Ending the SBL season in that hard-fought silver. That man has been working at it for months.
Yeah.
Just like these players have dreamed of being in the SBL finals, of having a chance to grasp the sweet, sweet victory of winning the first return SBL.
Yeah. I mean, we're starting a whole new legacy here, folks. I mean, this you get to sort of start off fresh, a blank
This
book.
is a new era.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, man. So, hook resets. I mean, he used the spell shield, and that's it.
That was Diana Flash.
Oh, sorry, Diana Flash. Oh, yeah, the Diana Flash.
Yeah.
Was hook resets near him? Yeah, it was, but 2 ults. I mean, you get the flash out of Swift, right? That's gonna probably be impactful for Diana, right? She might need that extra flash to get into the backline.
It's all gonna come up with how long it takes for these ults, right? Ashe Arrow has 45 seconds left on it. Leona has 20 seconds on it. So the Leona one's not that, that's a very relatively short cooldown. There's no fight that's coming up.
Yeah.
Elder spawns in 55 seconds. That Ashe Arrow is going to be up just before it. That was the last possible chance they could pull that trigger for what this is going on here. But there's a window now where they need to watch out, right?
Yeah.
Like, they want to wait. Like, that Ashe Arrow will be up just in time for that Elder. But if they fight, 15 seconds before, they won't have it.
Yes, Match
As
Winner gonna get the recall in.
GA, lots of big buys here.
Oh, Siveralt is popped 4v1 here. Potentially in the bot lane. Milk flashes out. He will dodge that gank. So Siveralt down. That could be
That
pretty
is
impactful
big.
here. Yeah.
That is very impactful. And Siveralt might be worth more than a Leona Flash in this upcoming fight.
Oh yes, I definitely agree. I value the support flash very low, especially like it. As long as he hits a decent blade into a solar flare, man, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and when you're looking like this, when you're not looking so much in a pick scenario and you're looking for a full 5-on-5 fight, yeah, that's the situation, right? Where like the support flash isn't going to be as much of a playmaking thing. It definitely has an opportunity.
All right, the fight starts. Tank act flipping thunder comes in, but okay, actually the direct cam. There's a whole nother fight on the backside. AGS here is going to go down for inevitable, but 2 go down for Crystallize.
Oh, this is spicy. Crystallize has the jungler up, but they are also down a man.
Yeah, jungler is up though.
Are they giving Elder?
Oh wait, are they?
Oh my god, they're gonna be. They didn't expect him to go onto it.
I don't think so. Yeah, and Nice Regulation, he's over the wall here. Do they have vision of it? That's the real question. And they do. Inevitable picks up the Elder Dragon. Shutdown, though, back onto hook reset after Splinter goes in. The GA is now popped, but Salvo's gonna flash in. Can he actually pick up Mr. Tuesday? His autos are going into that wind wall. It is so huge, and Albert Nice Circulation, the only remaining member alive for Crystallize. And
he's going down.
Yeah, he's gonna go down here. It's Development just getting up right now, but really, in essence, it's an ace for Inevitable.
That's Baron now.
That's Baron. Oh no, it's 60. I mean, it's the gold lead just getting bigger and bigger for Inevitable, but Crystallize, what a flub.
That was disaster.
Disaster.
Like, absolute disaster. That was... Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. I mean, this Crystallize, they have to now be thinking, how do we come back from this, right? It's gonna be 5 strong with a Baron buff, Elder Dragon under their belts as they're gonna push in here. Probably after a reset though, a lot of fighting. Solar Flare a little bit too late, might as well try it. And it's 15 to 15 kills, right? But the gold lead is just, it's getting...
It's almost 10k.
Yeah,
like,
it's getting a little
9K.
big for Inevitable.
Yeah. Inferno Soul or not. And for a little over a minute and a half, Baron and Elder for the Inevitable squad.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, hook resets. He still has Flash and Cleanse though. I'm just looking at summoner spells. Like, what can some of these people prey on as far as who's going to be caught out, who doesn't have a Flash, who can we engage on? And that Crystallize has to be thinking about that.
They don't have it.
Yeah.
That's their targets, right?
Look at this yummy time show.
He's so big.
He's so big.
That is.
He's big. He's big as the
He's
tower.
got 11 stacks. He has 11 stacks. And oh my god, this base is just getting shredded.
There's a knock-up. Overnight Circulation is going to go down so quickly. There's Milk. The arrow's too late. He's actually going to get eaten up by that wind wall there. And surely this might be the game-ending push.
Yeah.
Only 3 alive for Crystallize. What can they do here? Tankax is trying to put on the fancy speed, trying to dodge some CC here, but I don't think there's anything to do. Magic Splitter, he's not even going. He's on the pad. This game's over. Oh my god, what a comeback from Inevitable. I mean, was it a comeback though? They were up in gold the whole time, but Crystallize, they had the win condition on board.
Yeah, they had the Dragon Soul.
Oh.
And they were not able to convert it.
Yeah, Inevitable now leading the series 2-1. Oh my god. I mean, both teams are fighting back and forth, right? And this third game is the closest one yet in the series. But as far as the mental goes, Crystallize, that's gotta hurt. That's what we call a tilter in the business.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That is definitely like grade A recipe to a T tilter.
Yeah. Before we load into
game
4 here.
Especially like when you have to look at it, because like from the Crystallize point of view, you never felt like you were that far down.
No, right? And I mean,
like, you didn't see
you don't get to see
graph,
those.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I was, yeah, Crystallized, they knew what they needed to do, and it probably just comes down to execution at the end of the day, right? Inevitable, just finding the better fight at the critical time. I got the damage chart showing here. Renai circulation putting on a ton of damage on this
Yeah,
Orianna, which he played exceptionally well in game two, played pretty well here in game three. Uh, but damn, maybe the tank line just getting caught out a little too
I
far for
think a big
Crystallize.
portion of it is that that show was just so big. The
Yeah,
show was so tanky, and they didn't have the mixed damage threats this time, right? Like, he just built straight armor again, and unlike last game where like the threats were Renai and Master Splinter, but Master Splinter was magic damage. So they're still able to they were able to just pop that show right in the last game, and this
yeah,
game there was a time like they had 4 people on him, and that show still lived for like 4 or 5 seconds. He was just it was huge in
yeah.
every aspect of the word.
Yeah, I mean, he's nearly full build. Mine is the control ward, Force of Nature, Frostfire Gauntlet, Plated Steel Caps, Thorn Mail, Frozen Heart. This guy's not taking physical damage. Our
Yeah,
physical damage deals actually taking damage from him. Like,
yeah.
that's insane, right? And
It,
yeah, I totally agree. The item, like the itemization was so easy here because there was no mixed damage threats from Crystallize. Wow.
yeah, I mean, like, at least from a tank perspective, right? Like, it's an Orianna, so it's just like, okay, cool. I don't have to worry about like Orianna's not going to be the one who pops me. I do not get popped by an Orianna. Now, it's different, right? If you have some kind of like Leandry's mage in the mid, and it goes, okay, no, I have to build some MR early because otherwise I get destroyed.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. It's like for
Yeah.
a difference between sort of a bursty magic damage, right? It's just like pure AP. I'm just putting out the numbers versus like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm doing percent health per tick, right? Those are the things
Yeah.
that scare tanky boys like Cho.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Well, like when it's like the Orianna, all he's like, okay, cool. You burnt Shockwave. You burnt Dissonance. Um, I'm down to jam. I'm a slam. I'm gonna keep going forward. That Ashe, that Rek'Sai, they don't hurt. I already kicked Urgot's ass. I'm going.
Yeah, yeah, and Argot just nowhere close to what Cho can bring out in those team fights, right? I think it was Tankax at the end was sort of starting that fight, right? He's flipped Thundercunt in, and he instantly regretted that decision. Wait, oh my god.
Someone didn't lock the lobby.
All right, all right. Oh, well, here, I'll bring it up. What do we got
Are you
here?
go for it? All right, you do that real quick. I'm gonna go get some water. Shout out to our sponsors, water. Stay hydrated, kids, and ladies and gentlemen, everything like that. It's good for you, man.
Yeah, it's great. That's a good
And
point. I gotta drink
I'm
some
about to go
water
get
here
some
too.
crispy water here, so I'll be right back.
Yeah. Here, can I show, I gotta add a monitor source here. This is something I got going on over here. What is this? Do we see this? This is what we got going on here. J Drizzle 69. I want tacos in booby tea. Ooh woo. Please give me meow at Houston Sippers Love. I did not spam my Twitch link in your lobby. There's a person going around in League custom games spamming my Twitch link as well as other girls in order to attract hate to our streams. Oh wow. Well, that's terrible. Um, well, God, jeez, why horny dudes ruin the internet? Or right? I mean, the whole internet is made up of horny dudes, but what the heck, guys? Thundercunt's watching. All right. Cool. Well, we are waiting on one member here. Yeah, it looks like from Crystallize. All right. Here we'll switch. We'll take off the display capture here. You guys can see my beautiful wallpaper. Um, this has been my wallpaper for probably as long as I've been playing League of Legends. It's classic blue, right? It's pretty nice. Got some text files here. This is Snaz,
All right.
our little countdown timer. Just showing off my monitor real quick while we wait here. Um, you are back, right?
I am back.
All right. Welcome back.
Thanks, Thrifty.
You're welcome, 30. Actually, yeah, we actually just had another person join Retro Party 73476. Um, next one that joins this lobby is your fifth, by the way. Yeah, so we're just waiting on a couple members here from Crystallize, right? We went 3 games hard and fast, no breaks in between. So
I
we get
wonder if
a
we're
bonus up for
seeing a
prize.
mid-set substitution. Are we seeing Tankax bowed out and we're seeing Legendager rotate in?
Ooh, that is a good question. Here, we'll slap that one down there, put that there. Um, I don't know. I mean, I see guys, Zed's obviously online here. He's been watching, supporting his team from the sidelines here, but I think at this point, you don't, right? The lineup has shown success, right? They won a game,
Yeah.
one more than they had all season, and
Legendager
that
has
was
joined
really
the
their.
lobby.
Oh, I take back everything I said. Legendinger, the legend himself, being pulled in here onto game 4, and I mean, where does he go? Right. We'll see. Well, I guess we'll see who the fifth member. It's an circulation, obviously. He's in spectators. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we're just getting a confirmation actually, if this is a true substitution here. If Tank Axe is out, Legendinger is in. Right. I think we're seeing Develop Milk go back top, and then Salvo Legendinger go bot. It seems like the only
The other option is that
likely
they can put Zed
choice.
top, right?
That's true. He does have a top lane pool, right?
Yeah. I mean, and it could be those things that they can flex between the two, right? Don't break up the. What's this to go to? Yeah, they.
Yeah. So that is confirmed. So Zed coming in.
Yeah, I mean, like we could see the Orin, right? I think that's a very real top because like they've identified right that the show's been an issue, and it wasn't a problem the first game, but like it was a problem that last game, and I guess that's they decided they want us to rotate it around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this the
They got to make
first?
something up.
Is this the first? I mean, I don't know if they have to, but that's the choice they're making, right?
True. Right. Now, yeah, I agree with you because that's why I said what I said. I don't think putting Legendinger in here was the call, but it is. That's what they're going for. So, sorry,
Is
go on. You what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say, is this the question here is this the first intentional roster swap? Like emphasis on intentional because we've had a few. Like we've had the infamous Cruz sleeping in past the first game. We've had Devout Milk having to leave in Game 5 of the finals because he had to go catch a bus. Um,
Yeah, I remember that one.
yeah. But like, is this
That's
the first intentional roster swap we've had in a best of series?
I don't
I
no,
think it
nothing.
is.
Yeah, nothing really stands out in my mind. You know, there might be a situation out there, but maybe it's a very forgettable series. Just because there's 4 teams this season, it seems like
Yeah.
these series are so important, right? It's just there's a lot of
Yeah.
pride on the line, a lot of history between all of these players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not something we see a lot here in the Swain Batty League. All right. Well, I think we're maybe just waiting on some ready
Yeah,
ups
and he
here.
was right. So, you checked out the stream, right? So, well, how was that Twitch stream that we
So
got dropped?
all horny dudes are ruining the internet. Basically,
Okay.
there is a female streamer, and some dude is just going around, or multiple dudes, spamming their links into custom lobbies. The lady streamer actually had a note on the stream, like the overlay, that said that was happening. So that's the only way we knew what was happening.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know it's pretty cringe, but here we are, game 4. The draft has started. Let me switch some overlays here, actually. So, like we've always said, or the loser of each match, choosing the side selection here. Crystallize gonna be on the blue side with Legendinger.
Want me to wait while you go get them?
Bans are looking pretty similar.
Ah, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
The first pick Diana again. And we see the Zim.
Oh my
The other
God.
side of the Zim, the mirror of the game one, and the priority on the show. They know Devout Milk can play the show, so they have the surprise there. So now the question is that do they get Diana and Leona? Is that something that this team wants?
Wait, yeah, whoa. Yeah, so okay, well, first off, what the heck? We're really not. No one's banning Diana. This is such a
Dude,
crazy series.
the fact that the bans have not changed is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, it's both teams saying
Like,
like, yeah,
like,
everything we just played for and
yeah,
against it. That's good. Let's just
yeah,
keep doing that.
yeah. And the thing that I find really interesting here is that either Inevitable made a big draft mistake here by
Yeah.
the last game's like Leona was obviously a contested pick between the two of these teams to some degree, and then so the question is that they just go, hey, we want to play Rel into Leona again, and that's something that was telegraphed here, right? Because they chose Xin, which is not contested anymore, really.
Hmm.
I guess unless they're worried about flexing the Diana, but that locks in the Diana to mid lane, and then they have a very high priority on this Cho, which has been quite successful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Thundercat probably very happy about that, and yeah, I agree. I mean, the Rel into the Leona matchup we talked about it before last game, and it's favorable to Rel, and the laning phase down bot was actually pretty uneventful. Aside from some
Yeah,
early visits from both junglers, Rel just sort of safely scaled into the mid game, not being super ahead, not being super far behind, but
I
still
like
had.
this Oriana. There we go. We see some ban mix-ups.
There it
I
is.
really like the Oriana ban. I think, like, we saw how insane it was with the combination with Diana the last time.
Yep. Oh, and there's Mr. Tuesday not getting the Yasuo fifth ban overall for Crystallize. Um, so
I don't like the Yasuo ban here.
okay, go on 30. What do we got?
So I don't think that's something they're gonna pick. That team doesn't have like there was. I guess they could do like they start having the Kaiser here. That makes me think about that. Uh, but I don't think that was gonna be the pick for them. To be completely honest, like they didn't have. They've picked the Yasuo when they've had the AP jungler with Diana.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because the
And
physical damage to Xin is already locked in.
yeah. And if they go ahead and if they pick Yasuo mid, that team is very, very AD heavy. And then whatever tank, like, and then all of a sudden you just open up this opportunity for like Ornn and like, this is a deep cut for Renai's pool. Like, he does well, but like they could have done like Ornn top Scion mid. And it's like, what do you do against that when your team is 4 AD?
Yeah, good point. And so
But
fifth
that's fine.
pick Seraphine.
It's also the Seraphine. So we like once again not too surprised when we see the Diana in the jungle, confirmed. It's Seraphine.
Seraphine mid.
Been a couple
Aha.
patches since we've seen a lot of her, but yeah. And we
Yeah.
see Silas on the return.
Ooh.
Both very, very powerful mid laners right now. Um, Silas kind of that late game. Both of them have incredible late game potential.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, like, I mean, Seraphine having just from being ranged, right, gonna have a little bit of advantage, but
Yeah.
they're both magic damage that scale well. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is. I think the big thing to watch here, once again, is going to be like early gank pressure, like to see if it succeeds. And this time that Master Splinter's not such an all-in champion on being early. Diana does fall off eventually late, where if she isn't able to pop people, she starts to scale or teeter off. But like not nearly as hard as Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is so all-in, and Diana has a way faster clear speed right now. Um, And oh man, it's gonna be really. I want to keep an eye on that, and I also really want to see how the new top lane matchup goes.
Yeah. So it's like we were talking about before the draft started here, Legend Dinger coming in, but yeah, no, actually, so he is going top. Yeah, he's going to be the Ornn in the top lane against Thundercunt's Cho'Gath, and maybe the personnel switch is enough to throw Thundercunt off, sort of understand, like, hey, I know how to win this top lane against Tankax every time, right? I've learned his tendencies, right? This is a totally different player, playing on a totally different champ, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
sure, we're going back to the noodle fights, like in game one, Malphite versus Cho, but this just might even it out, right? It's going to be harder for Cho'Gath to get that snowball rolling up there.
yeah. Because like as we saw, like once Cho got rolling against Urgot was having a very rough time in lane,
Hmm.
and
Wow. So I mean,
I was,
Chat's
yeah,
been saying it. So like, Diana's been picked for this is
first
the
pick,
first
all three
pick
games,
all 3 games. Blue
won
side
all three.
won all 3. Blue side has won every game
Yep.
so far. Oh God. I mean,
Are
I
you
mean,
glad that we're not playing on this patch?
well, I'm happy and sad, I guess.
Yeah.
I come from another Riot intellectual property called Valorant, right? It's
Uh huh.
where you shoot people in the head. I'm virtually,
Yeah.
remember kids. They barely patched that game, right? Like we'll go
Yeah.
months without a patch. The meta doesn't change. Obviously, a lot less agents. It's a totally different game. But coming back to
Yeah.
League, they're still patching this game every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And just when I think I have it figured out in support meta, it could change, right? Items are always constantly changing. Champions are getting buffed and nerfed. Yeah, 11, like you said, 11.9 is tomorrow.
Yep.
Um,
It's
so
particularly wild because 11.8 was just a huge, and 11.9 also looks to be a really big patch. Like 11.8 is like the biggest patch in quite a few cycles.
yeah, and is this MSI patch or is this?
F11, the 11.9 will be MSI patch.
Oh yeah, so I mean they got it all. Riot they worked their little magic. They got all the playmaking fun champs, the champs that are gonna sell their skins. They got them all buffed up, ready to go for MSI. So who knows what's gonna? I mean, surely we'll see Trinity Force Corki, right? Like that's a staple.
Oh man, that is a classic. I don't think that's what we would be seeing. Uh, I think there's a good chance we see some Corki,
True,
but
yeah.
I don't think with Trinity Force. I don't think that's not the item for him
That's
anymore.
wait, what? Wait, Graves Trinity Force? No? How many
Like
seasons am I
Graves,
behind?
Graves maybe.
Oh wow,
Like,
okay.
I mean, maybe. Graves has got some more flexible build paths. But like Quirky right now is like really popular with Gale Force and Shield Bow. A little bit of Kraken Slayer, but mostly the first two. The 80 crit items.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a heck of a lot of damage
Yeah.
from those guys.
Yeah.
All right, boom, loading screen's gone. We don't even get to marvel at the beautiful skins of everybody here.
No.
At least not the splash arts. We get to see them in game here.
Some of
We
the
get some.
splash arts are really good. Like,
Yeah, I kind of just like taking a peek, but no toasters. We don't get a chance.
yeah. Did you see the new skins, the Arcana skins that they
Oh
showed on
yeah,
PB? The splash arts for some of those are wild. They're so good.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Riot's art and design team. I mean, they're AAA. Out of all the AAA developers, they kill it. They're just
Yeah, they definitely know how to make something look good.
yes. No, okay, so this is it. We talked about this last game. This
Yep.
is
Look,
match point.
see, I told
30
you.
seconds until minions
There's the cheesy
spawn.
level 1, and
But
they have
it's
the
actually
ward
the
ready.
other team, right? It's the team that I
That's
would
the team
think
that's up
that
2-1.
well,
That's the team
you're right, but
yeah.
I would think it's the team that's losing, like, right? Like we need to
Oh,
just sort of do something
oh
crazy
no,
here.
no, I was saying it's the team that was the 2-1 that like we can afford. It's our game isn't on the line 100%, right? Like if we F this level 1 up, we need to just throw the series away, right? Because that feels terrible, right?
True. I guess the double sword nooblers. We double down.
Heck yeah, glory.
Yeah, we go hard. But yeah, okay. So nothing comes from the cheesy play there. But why not try it out? Like you said, very little
Yeah,
risk for them as they lead the series 2-1. Both junglers now starting on the bot side here.
yeah. I really wish I don't know. I'm a little behind on my homework on this one. I don't actually know how the level 2 fight, the level 3 scuttle fight goes between Zin and Diana. Especially with these mid laners, I imagine it's gonna be spicy though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh,
something I just noticed as well is Brenizer has barrier in the mid lane. The
uh-huh.
odd choice. They will have inevitable will have the TP advantage.
Yeah, very good point because yeah, Renai circulation I believe has brought teleport at least the last 2 games on Oriana.
Yeah, he took teleport on Oriana. He took ignite on the Galio game.
Right. Okay.
Mr. Tuesday's taken TP on the Corki and the Silas game, and he took ignite on the Yasuo games.
Yeah. So double TP advantage here for inevitable. Once we get to the mid game, becomes really important. Yeah, both junglers just working their way up. like you said, eventually we'll meet at Scuttle here. A little bit trading. Looks like in all the lanes is direct camera.
Yeah.
Besides, where should we look at here?
As HS looking to be the first gank this game.
Oh, yeah.
So
for
force the flash.
Yeah. Nicely done. Out of the squad there for Inevitable in the mid lane. And then he didn't really waste a lot of time with that either. That was like
No.
pretty painless, and now he goes right to his red buff.
That was right on path pretty much, right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't get to come around through the back short. Like, he had to take the long path there, but like, it's still on the way.
Oh, Melk's getting caught out in a bad place, and he has to blow the flash. The ignite comes down from tree, but
God,
it will
these
not
health
secure the
bars.
kill. Yeah, it's getting dicey up there in the top lane too, and Melk has got the health pots ticking here. Will the wave bounce back though? Yeah, it looks like it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That boomerang getting a little hairy.
It's getting a little hairy. Melk, yeah, missed out on at least one creep of XP here. And I can't even walk up to these guys. I just feel so not at ease right now for development.
Yeah.
It's the to play, but
There's a
meanwhile,
lot of tension going on here. There's you see some pings going down for the bot around that skill crab. Ooh,
Whoa.
a flash to the top lane. Oh my god. Legend Digger is clapping this lane.
Whoa, okay, Crystal Eyes bringing in the closer, I see. Well, I mean, not the closer yet, per se, but the middle relief pitcher, I suppose, for all those baseball fans out there, and which is Zero. AJ Zero is gonna go back onto Master Splinter here in a little scuffle over the scuttle. And
Scuttle scuffle, I like it.
Yeah, Master Splinter should be able to secure that topside scuttle, so AJ Zero really hitting his desk right now. God damn it.
He who controls the scuttle controls the raft.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. I mean, that actually might be important because, like you were just saying, Legendinger kind of clapping up here, comes into the game.
He's got over a wave lead.
And he got the flash out of Thundercon.
He got the flash out of Thundercon. Unfortunately, actually, it looks like his wave left at a bad angle, and so Thundercon's got a free setup, which is going to help pull him back into that.
Oof, yeah.
So, like, but he was able to help, like, that lead, so he loses the lead that he built, but he was able to help Master Splinter secure Scuttle, and they burnt AJ Zero's flash, so that lead kind of transformed, like, he handed it off, right?
True, yeah, paying it down. Yeah, paying it forward.
It wasn't like he didn't throw the lead away, completely, right? It wasn't just like, oh, here's my lead, and I'm just gonna like do nothing and get rid of it. At least he helped further someone at the cost of his lead.
Yep. Oh, Spell Shield's gonna block at least the upfront engage here from the bottom lane from Inevitable. So not having to use the healer flash there on the Sivir, so feeling good about that. I think, yeah, AJ Zero was just in the wings in case that maybe turned into like a counter gank situation, but he will now go back to the farming. And Master Splitter now actually, he's been sort of power farming, right? He hasn't been in too many lanes ganking, so kind of a role reversal from past games.
That's my goodness. His top health bars are very low, but oh god, the feast is up.
Yep, it's yummy time. That was the most casual yummy time I've ever seen. First blood. First blood. Oh wow, yeah, that is the first blood. Yeah. For Thundercunt. So, damn. Despite, I mean, it's crystallized. They're not feeling good about that, right? Like despite this weird personnel change that might have caught Thundercunt off guard, he still powers through on this choke. Yeah, gets the kill.
It looked like Legendinger was not prepared for the level 6 there. Like he just got caught off guard, right?
Yeah.
He hit level 6 and he's like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Knockout comes. Like he didn't have he had flash and he wasn't prepared for it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Splinter actually, he had to go through the Dragon Pit, so forced to use the flash.
Yeah, as Renai finds himself in a very awkward situation here, does not have flash.
Yep, and there's Mr. Feeling the Seraphine ult, and yeah, he will go down. Oh no, yeah, some unfortunate pathing there from both the mid lane and jungle from Crystallize, as that will give the dragon over to Inevitable.
But their jungler's top lane.
Yeah, wait, the jungler is top lane, level 5. So not a lot left to do against the tanky boy Ornn right now. But no, yeah, you're right. The Infernal didn't take it because the jungler was top.
Yeah, they had to respect the fact that Master Splinter can just work himself away. And
Oh! Oh! Zinjao not able to land the challenge there, and Legendaker has to use all the. That's another casual yummy time. No!
Oh no.
Oh no!
This is not looking good as the Cho'Gath has been well established now, and it is
I mean, what game has he not started 2-0 on this Cho'Gath, right? And it's been
the
playing such a
Malphite
big
game,
part.
the very first game.
Yeah, right. That's the only one.
But the thing was that he turned that around and it came mid game and he just started eating Malphite.
Yeah, it accelerates the yummy time
Yeah.
a lot when he starts 2-0 here in the lane. Master Splinter maybe having to pay a little bit more attention up top lane than maybe what they had hoped for in the game plan. At least very different from the last two games, and Tree sees the opening, flashes in. Salvo has to blow a flash of his own to stay alive. And it'll just be flashes traded here in the bot lane. Meanwhile, AJ0, yeah, he is now starting this Infernal Dragon. Yeah, the back comes in from Salvo. Oh, actually, no, I mean, it's going to be too tough, right? Master Splinter's on the top side, so first Dragon of the game. Unless
oh my god, Milk.
I mean, he's a lunatic. It's well established, but not like in this walk up.
But
no.
Thunder comes taking blue buff to tummy time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they're just not going to see each other. Master Splinter doesn't see him. He didn't see Master Splinter. He's gonna walk out of the jungle though. He's gonna find him here and be like, "Oh, wait, what the hell?" it's like the meme, right? You see the car, it's like, "Wait, you're here. Wait, why are you here?"
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
why are you here? And Master Splinter has to try to get out of this as best as he can, and it's gonna be really tough here. But Rider Circulation. Oh, his team comes in for the support, and they take him out just barely and get the Rift Herald.
The Seraphine all probably saved Master Splinter's life there, and
Yeah.
they desperately needed something to go right for them at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have looked really bleak for Crystallize, right? If that turns into a kill on Master Splinter, and then somehow Rift Herald goes over to Yummy Time, Thundercomp, it's all downhill from there.
A big thing to notice is that Legendary got a shutdown actually, 150 extra gold on that. Which I was like put him fairly even. Like the gold lead all of a sudden in this game is not super far behind.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of plates here for hook resets and Tree in the bottom lane.
So we're seeing Renai opt for the more supporty role on the Seraphine as Moonstone locked in.
Oh, the Rush Shard lands on a Master Splinter in the Orin ult, I think, yeah, whipping there. I mean, really just trying to zone the retreat out of Thundercomp, but that Rupture, I think, secures him going back to safety. But he just walks up and he's like, yeah, I can still fight this. Can you? Master Splinter still waiting in the wings. Double Rupture. That's gonna land, and Yummy Time is. Oh, it's coming! And he's taking out Master Splinter. Oh my god, this is not over. I think. Oh, if the Rupture lands in the Flash Auto Legendinger, taking control, at least gets the answer back.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, this show once again just being quite the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we talked this whole series, right? It seems like the narrative's like Diana, Leona, right? Whoever controls the Diana wins the game. But Thundercomp, I mean, we're gonna maybe look back at the series like Thundercomp's Cho'Gath. This might have been the key.
I mean, they've been double banning him every time. And
yeah.
Like,
oh, meanwhile, bot lane, the fight continues. Street's actually gonna take a ton of tower shots at the start of this. Maybe utterly failed tower dive, but maybe not actually. AJ's are gonna pick up a kill on the, or actually no, just an assist on the backside. The movement. Salvo gonna get a kill for himself there. Mr. Tuesday has to run away. And it's a 1 for 3 in favor of Crystallize. So a bot tower dive from Inevitable keeps Crystallize's playoff dreams alive.
Very like superbly so. They're in the lead now. They have the gold lead.
Oh yeah.
That was so big. They all just piled in, and it was just Diana ult into Solar Flare. Like,
yeah,
they had Moonfall into Solar Flare. It's beautiful. It's poetic.
It is, and it's so easy to stop a tower dive. You see, sort of coming from a mile away, and they had the right people there at the right time, and Inevitable, they're gonna really be kicking themselves on that because that could have been turned into something big. But now the second dragon is really up for anyone here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Thundercomp looking around in the jungle. Top lane is no longer just his domain.
Yeah. Yeah, be time coming to you. Mr. G's, I mean, the chain slapper guy, he slapped chains, and Renai circulation getting sort of the front end
Oh
of
my
that.
god, these ruptures! It stuffed the Ornal.
Yeah, so
Herald's
good
gonna
here.
come through though.
Yeah, so gonna get good amount of gold here, at least
here's
one
AJS.
charge to ward off any
Yeah.
additional plates there.
And
Boom,
it's
320.
all that gold on Master Splitter.
Nice.
Your Master Splitter's not upset about that.
Yep. Oh, Mr. Tuesday actually gonna make a couple tower shots there. Very close exchange there. Nice circulation though. Has to blow both Summoner's Barrier and Flash.
What's crazy is, despite how this lane started for ThunderGuns, the golden top's even. He has 100 gold lead over Legendinger.
And you wouldn't believe that after some of the enemy times we've been seeing, but
Yeah.
It's been salvaged there in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great on stacks already, right? Like, he already has 6 feast stacks. 3 of them on champions.
Yeah, that's great.
He's gonna be big. He's gonna be real big. Mid late here.
Yeah, and AJ's there. He is just coming down from his red side, and now it makes the path straight to Dragon. Both teams are looking at it. Mel only on half health though.
Blue buff. This is another blue buff over to Joe.
Yeah, and do they know ThunderCon doesn't have the teleport here, right? He's pretty far away, and AJ's there. The blade comes out, and the dragon is started.
And it looks like they're just giving it. Everyone besides Devout Milk is.
Devout Milk never gives these, and the teleport. Yeah, very late. Solar Flare into the backside, but actually might be coming through with the Ornals. They catch Inevitable leaving the Dragon Pit, and they're gonna take 2 kills from themselves here. Nicely done from Crystallize, but like we said, the Dragon did go over to Inevitable.
Yeah, but if they're able to pick up this mid tower in exchange for that, could be a net positive trade for them. As we will see Ocean Soul for this game.
Yeah. And yeah, actually, it's the tower going down. So yeah, a definitely favorable trade for Crystallize, and advancing their small gold lead here to 2K. A little less than 2K, 7-5, 1 tower to 1. But I go back to game 1, right? Inevitable had those 3 dragons, the first 3 dragons, pretty much uncontested, right?
Yeah.
That's a win condition for them, right? If they keep getting to this dragon fight, or sorry, the dragon river and pit early, they set up this vision, right? No one was near Crystallize to contest that, right? They could only get the kills on the backside, but at some point, when it gets to soul point, Crystallize, they're gonna have to bring the fight earlier.
Yeah, they need to be there a lot earlier. Probably want to set up for the next one, right? You really don't want to put yourself into that corner where if we mess up one dragon, or like have to, give one dragon trade, they get Ocean Soul. Because I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm fairly certain that Ocean Soul is the strongest soul in the game.
Yeah, I mean just because it's free stats all the time. It just happens, right? You're just regenning crazy.
Yeah, you're regenning crazy, and the fact that it just gives so much infight sustain too with the actual soul itself.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, Thunder comes. He does have a flash here, sort of cornered.
Nah, he's gonna fight.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Develop Milk.
Flash will be blown.
Yeah. Oh, Boomerang Blade off the backside of hook resets there. Solar Flare to maybe try to peel, but Tree goes deep into the backline. Hook reset follows through, and the damage is so crazy for Inevitable. 3, 4 dead for Crystallize, none for Inevitable.
Yeah, they could not line the Wombo up this time.
Wow, I mean that's just experience, right? The fact that they found that fight there in the opposing jungle, Tree and Hook resets, they instantly run the same page. So they went into that back line, and the CC was already delivered, right? Milk had to blow his flash early. And everything just went wrong for Crystallize. They're both summoners down for Salvo on the Sivir. That's not good.
Yeah.
But great for Inevitable, as they now take the gold lead back 2K gold lead for themselves. Now
Yeah.
another tower ahead, and now a Shirley in inventory.
Yeah. Surely will surely do some work on a tower. Something that is put to good use. And find out a little bit. I looked up real quick. So at least I don't know in the context of pro play, but I was incorrect. Dragon's Earth Soul actually has the highest win rate in solo queue for like when you completed it, followed by Inferno, then Ocean, then Wind.
Ah,
I'm
interesting.
sure that's different for. I'm sure there's slight difference for that in fives, but
Yeah, and
yeah.
I definitely understand why the Wind Soul, right, is so low. But I
That
feel like
one's definitely like it'd be better in fives, right?
yeah, because I feel
Yeah.
like with a team comp that likes to go fast, like multiple champions that benefit highly from move speed, that just feels so good.
And also just the flat move speed makes so much more sense for rotations, right? Like good
Yeah.
rotations, you can just outmove your enemy team.
Yeah. Oh, and meanwhile, Develop misses the Zenith Blade, which I think he doesn't know it, but that's a good choice because I don't know if they see inevitable around the corner here. What is? Oh, there's the solar flare. Yeah, Mr. Tuesday's gonna jump right in, but the retreat from Crystallize and the fight is disengaged. It looked like we usually are used to these Clown Fiestas in the bot lane, but it's top lane in this game.
Yeah, and oddly enough, the two top laners are like, yeah, where's the bot lane? F this. You guys can go
Yeah.
fight in top lane. There's too many of
Yeah.
you up there. Social distancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yep, there we
Oh.
go. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, as we're starting to see some pings come down, this dragon is basically up. As, who knows? That was where the battle was. But
Yeah.
Thundergo's gonna be very low for this dragon if they get a fight, but once again, we just see this Crystallized team just way late to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Salvo's a mile away, and I can't. Okay, I mean, this might be giving Swift a little bit too much credit in the members of Inevitable, right? But was that the play? You see the bot lane, Salvo and Melk top lane, right? We'll bring a fight up there, would sort of bait them into thinking, hey, let's fight up here, and then instantly recall, and then beat them there. To
No,
Dragon.
that was a mistake on both of these teams' parts,
Okay.
and one team was just like, I like thinking that was the big idea, but it was like they got there like as Dragon was spawning, right?
Yeah.
It was. I feel like it was like both these teams were like they were fighting really hard for that top tower pressure. And I've been in that situation before where you're like, okay, yeah, we have a really good siege going up here. Let's get this tower. And the other team's like, we have to defend this tower. And then all of a sudden you look and you go, oh god, dragon spawns in 20 seconds. Quick, everyone recall.
Yeah. Oh, and there, yep, Mr. Tuesday using the Seraphine ult. Makes for nice circulation, blow a flash of his own. Yeah,
Yep.
that's always good to get mid laner flash, especially before they have to try to walk in and maybe clear some vision out. I mean, Inevitable,
Yeah.
they are in front of the Baron here, but I think really their goal is tier 1 mid.
As we're seeing the full support build come through, we're seeing Chemtech Putrefier as the second item for Seraphine. That will be really good against the sustain of these champs, but
Yeah,
like Silas heals a lot. But
surely in the bot lane, gonna help take down that tier 2 tower now. This lane is getting extremely long.
yeah.
Very early, and oh, I mean, think about this. The soul point, right? That's bodes very well for Inevitable here. They do not have to worry about any kind of pressure probably coming from bot lane, as long as they keep that Cho'Gath there and clearing those waves. And it's just a mad scramble to try to keep mid tier 1 alive for Crystallize. They have 4 members here, clearing these waves as fast as they can. Luckily, they do have Sivir in tow to help with that. All right, the pace has actually slowed down a little bit here.
Yeah, I was saying.
9 to 7 kills, 2 tower lead for Inevitable. I mean, it's a 1.5k gold lead.
Yeah,
Pretty much
definitely
either.
definitely still a winnable game for both these teams.
Right.
Like, Crystallize is not
Exactly.
out.
They are not, yeah. And maybe baiting some bush, just clearing vision in this Baron pit. Red Side has a deep control ward, and in that bush. I mean, the ramp bush, I suppose. But here the fight begins. The Ornal gonna knock 2 members on this left side of the fight here. Tree is charmed, but will he go down? No, he's a tanky boy, but Orn gonna pick up the kill onto Hook Resets. He actually uses both summoners in that fight. Meanwhile, Mr. Tuesday on the other side takes out Master Splinter. A 1-for-1 so far. Is it yummy time? He's coming.
He's hungry.
Yeah. One of these Rupture lands, and he might flash and go for it here. But now Crystallize, they might have the chase potential here. Milk's way out in front like always. But there's the Rupture. The silence. Not yet. And
oh my goodness. The Seraphine not only hit Shri, actually. It barely missed so many people.
Yeah.
At least like, on the back line of the fight. It might have hit HS0 off screen. I'm not exactly sure on that. But, oh, if that would have clipped one person, that could have been such a huge win for them.
Yeah. Oh, Salvo using that Still Shield to block some of that damage there. Legend Digger and Salvo actually are going extremely low. Wait, Crystallize, they're running back to their tower. They're so far out. They're getting cleaned up. What is this positioning?
Oh no, and what was originally a very good fight, trading 1-for-1, it just goes completely sideways as they get caught out afterwards.
Yeah. I figured this would have just been set up some wards and then reset here, but I mean, heads up to Mr. Tuesday and I think whoever was with them there, or sorry, yeah, Tree, it looks like, in the mid lane. They see the opportunity and they go for it. 3k, or I guess 2.5k goal lead now. Just a little bit increase for Inevitable. Another tower in their name though, and there's such a long lane for Crystallize, both mid and bot, to try to push back and get control over this Dragon Pit. Because Soul Point's coming up in 26 seconds here.
And this time though, we do see team seating set up beforehand. This is Dragon will not be given over for Leos. Uh-oh.
Milk just walking straight into the enemy team. Inevitable will surely pick up this kill here on the back. Actually, no, Devote Milk, he stays alive. He tanks them all of this. The Ornal into the back line. Master Splinter goes in. The damage is coming through for Crystallize. Salvo's gonna pick up Hook Resets near mid lane. Double kill for him, and now it's Tuesday and Thundercut. Can they salvage this fight? Tuesday has to flash out. Thundercut looking for the yummy time here. But Legend Digger doing his job, being the tanky or no! The shutdown for Thundercut. It's 2 members remaining for both teams. I'm nearly. No, Frederick has the heals. He has the Moonstone, and there it is. Salvo with the shutdown onto Tuesday. 2 members alive.
That Ornal was so big. It was so incredibly big. Oh my gosh, is Mr. Tuesday gonna try and TP back? No, he doesn't have Feast. Never mind. Okay.
And no flash too. And this is it.
That Ornal was immense. I could not get over how fucking big that was. I am still like giddy over it. That was insane. It was such a huge setup for the entire team. Diana, Sivir, like Seraphine, Leona, everything. Like, oh my god, what a turnaround.
Yeah, and it was layered perfectly from Crystallize, and it's just Inevitable was all grouped up for it too, right? Because they were just chasing Devout Milk out. He's like nearly dead.
They thought they
had
him.
And he survives that mad lad, and series point was on a wire there for Crystallize, and they keep themselves in. Deny soul point.
Yeah, there's in a totally different world where that Ornal didn't hit off everyone.
Yeah.
Their team gets wiped like 3-for-0. Dragon Soul goes over, and this is that's game for Inevitable, right? But no, that's not what happened. Legend Digger lands the fattest Ornal of his life.
Certainly the fattest one of this game.
At the very least, the fattest one of this night.
Yeah.
And just saves the game.
Yeah.
Like we still have a game on our hands.
Yes, we do. All right. Swift's pinging the next dragon is now that is once again our soul points in 3 minutes and 46 seconds. But I mean, they're all over here at this Baron Pit. They're clearing vision out, trying to get the deep wards onto the blue side of the blue team of Crystallize here. They just got the recalls in, it looks like, and I mean, as far as itemization goes, who on Crystallize is really it's actually Salvo. 5, 1, and 5.
Yes.
Kraken Slayer, Essence Reaver, Last Whisper, Berserker Greaves. That sounds familiar. That sounds like a certain build of a Hook Resets in game.
It does.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, probably a little bit later, based on the amount of kills and gold that he's gotten. But man, this is Salvo's game to really step up and and take it to it.
That's the kind of Hooker is also on a 3-item threat here, actually. Like he's quietly just has the most farm this game. Like 337, not a bad stat line by any means. He's just not the star that he was the first game, but he's no slouch by any means this game.
No, yeah, his CS numbers monstrous. That's what a skilled player like that will do.
Quite a bit ahead, 50 over the next person in the game.
Yeah, but here it is. Sivir ult is started. Orin ult gonna go wide, but it splits the team. Spectator instantly pausing just for a second though, but I'm back. Solar Flare gonna maybe cut off the line of retreat here for Inevitable, but Thundercut's gonna have to try to take all the way. Salvo's on a rampage. He takes out Hooker's dead.
Oh my god,
the cleanse is down, but he's down as well. 2 dead for Inevitable, and the Jace continues to see his blades lands. Can they get the damage? A double knockup from this Orin. 4 down for Inevitable. Triple kill for Salvo.
You just said, like, you're a prophet. You're a prophet, Thrifty. Moments ago, you were just saying this is Salvo's game.
Yeah, it is, and it's Crystallizes game to bring us to game 5. I mean, they're not ending.
Silver Scrapes, they're not ending here, but this is going to be Inhib here, and they actually might be able to do Baron, or at least threaten it. They can force some TPs out, put the scare here.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, you're right. They're going to be up. Inevitable's going to be up. They're going to be running desperately to this Baron, but I think they're going to have to maybe go a teleport. Yeah, they got to... Oh, they do it. So the Control Ward sees it, and so now this should bait out a teleport. Or can they just burn it? Oh, no, there it is.
There's the TP. This is going to be really close.
They're burning.
Fast enough, though. But
oh my gosh, he goes into the pit. It's a spike fight, but Magnus Leonard does secure it. Tree's gonna go down into the pit. Now Mr. Tuesday flashes, and Salvo's in the back by himself. A date with Mr. Tuesday, one-on-one in melee range is not what you want to see. Double kill for Hook resets, and 3 go down.
That's not good. That's 3 down. Like, they got the Baron, but that's 3 down. Legend Anchor doesn't respawn until Ocean Train comes up.
Yeah.
And that was a big shutdown. Like, Sivir gave up a lot. There was a lot of gold on that Sivir here.
Yeah, wait, no, wait. Sivir didn't go down, though.
Oh, wait, no, Sivir didn't go down. You're right.
Oh my god, the 700 gold remains. Yeah, he's 9-1 and 6.
Never
It's
mind,
only Renai and Salvo that stayed alive with the Baron buff, but it's gonna be 1 tower. Can they make it 2? Can they make it an inhibitor tower? Crack the base to crystallize.
I don't think they're going to be able to, but they know this drag is up in 10 seconds.
Oh.
And they're going the wrong way.
Yeah, because
they need to be able to move it there.
Crystallize is pushing them.
Oh my god, Crystallize is
back out.
that check. Hooker sets is recalling.
Yeah. I mean, they know
they have to give this dragon then. If Crystal Tree calls it, yep, that's it.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I mean, they're just standing in base right now. Like, Tree is just standing still. Like, there's, yeah, they know.
Yeah. AJ was coming over. He looks like he wants to do something about it. Okay, yeah, there we go. Cooler heads have prevailed. He realizes, wait, there's nothing we can do about this.
Yeah. So a double Ocean Dragon for Crystallize, which is great. Maybe also earlier in the game with a different team comp.
We're at the point where Orin's level 15. He's starting to dole out Orin items.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, the full utility pick of this Orin pick really coming through now. It scales so well.
The Kraken Slayer is now Wormfall and Sacrifice. That's a new one for me.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's some damage. Holy Thundercon. Yeah, maybe not the tanky boy that he thinks he is. But sort of a numbers advantage here for Inevitable. They bring the numbers into tier 2 mid, and there's nothing I don't think they can do for it. Legendager with a cute little knock-up. But yeah, it's going to get secured there. Can they run away? They do. Belk not pulling the trigger on the Solar Flare quite yet.
Yeah, as we see the weird situation where the team with Baron loses more towers than the team with Baron. Sorry, the team with Baron loses more towers than they get, which is an unusual situation. But that's the reality we're living in right now.
Yeah. Oh. Starting it up. Orn. Oh, I mean, direct aim is not even seen.
Oh my god.
What is... Okay. I mean, that's... I mean, that's in the next zip code, man. I don't know where the follow-up could even come from for Crystallize there. But, oh, actually, yeah, while we take a brief moment here in the lull of this crazy game 4, I can confirm Muffin860 has achieved silver rank in League of Legends, everybody. Give it up for Muffin in Twitch chat. Get the
Yeah,
clappers in there.
fucking-
Get the pogs.
Get some clogs, get some like pogs.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
congrats, man.
Fucking
Great to see.
cheer
We're
for
all
this
winners
man.
here.
This,
Yeah.
dude, this man worked super hard for that, and like he wanted it, and he's wanted it for a long time, and he got it. Like
Hell yeah.
major props.
Yeah. Boy, but can Crystallize get into game 5? That's the narrative right now. It's the gold has just been back and forth, right? And it's at this point it doesn't even matter, right? 33 minutes in.
They're actually like item-wise they're ahead. Like Orange.
Oh yeah, because of Orange. Right.
Orange doled out 3 items. Like he's upgraded his own Sunfire, he's upgraded the Rocket Belt for Diana, and he's upgraded the Kraken Slayer for Sivir. Like those are big items.
Yeah. Oh man, but this pushed so much pressure on Zelf as 9-1 and 6 Sivir. Like there is just so much damage threat. Like,
I mean, like each Orange upgrade is like 1,000 gold about in value.
yeah.
Oh god, it's about milk. I've seen this story before, but this time there is no Great Ordal to save the day.
Yeah, unfortunate, but I mean, if anyone's gonna go down, probably the Leona. That's okay.
Yeah.
A little bit, but I mean, it's gonna be tough to.
I mean, fortunately, no Baron up, no Ocean Soul up.
Right.
So...
It could certainly be worse. Mr. Tuesday is down in bottom lane. Yeah, he has to push his way back all the way, or at least get it into a situation where they can try to split push these inhibitor towers here. So I think this will give time to Milk, obviously, to respawn. Yeah, 10 seconds left. So I mean, at the end of the day, was the kill on him super impactful? Probably not, but it's it at least get tempo back for inevitable, right? They're now in the driver's seat.
Yeah, their inhibitor just respawned.
Yep. Yeah, mid lane's gonna be a lot easier to push against. No Baron buff or super minions. There is the Ornn knockoff, and they see Thundercut a little too far out. He has to flash back into the safety of his team. AGS here going into the backline, trying to deal the damage onto this backline. But he's gonna get answered back. Legend Digger's gonna go down. So much damage. Master Splitter has the Zonius to stay alive here. Is there a re-engage? Oh, Melk lands the Zenith Blade. He's going back in onto the Cho'Gath. Is there a yummy time?
No,
and it's not double legendary. He picks up the kill. 10-1 and 7. A one-man advantage here, but the bait push from inevitable.
Baron will spawn before both HS0 and Thundercut respawn. Dragon will respawn before Thundercut is up as well. This map is wide open.
Okay, let's see. Splinter.
For Crystallize to make something happen here.
Yep. Oh, yeah, so wait a minute. Crystallize. I mean, they're doing their backs now. All that little separate time.
There's Salvo's gonna be late to this dragon.
Oh no.
It's up in 10 seconds. He's recalling now.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Where are they doing? Oh no.
This is
not
Soul
like
Point.
this.
Not like
Soul
this.
Point.
I mean, but okay, Okay, so Thundercut is still respawning. That's their only.
But
he has teleport.
Right? He's got TP. He has TP. That's why they need to be ahead of time on this.
Yeah.
There's the pings. There's the. It started.
Thundercut. He's looking for a ward to teleport into the back. There it is. It's secured. Splitter goes into the Dragon Pit. The fight has started, but will the follow through come through? The Ornal is gonna knock some people up. Mr. Tuesday using the Zonius to try to dodge that damage there on the backside. And Crystallize, maybe they're getting kind of. There's no double shot in this fight. He's not dealing damage. Double kill for Hook Reset. 3 down for Crystallize. There's Soul Point for Inevitable. The jungler goes down for them. But this might be huge. I mean, this is going to be an inhibitor. Or maybe a Baron buff. What is going on here?
Thrifty, I have no clue. This is absolute insanity. Who knows what the heck just happened there? Like, absolutely crazy. It looks like the Inevitable's opting for the Baron here. Their jungler is down, though. Jungler's down for both of these teams. You do have Cho'Gath Feast, though. Cho'Gath Feast, tummy time, Mr. Baron.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now we're going to see if Inevitable can put this Baron buff to use to try and crack open this Crystallized base, as this game is just turned into an absolute slugfest.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. So I mean, the gold lead is it's still nothing really to write home about. But like you said, those Ornal items. Excuse me.
Yeah, the gold's even effectively this game, right? Actually, it's probably like when you consider Ornn items, probably slightly in favor of the Ornn team.
Yeah, Forge Fire Crest, upgraded Arrow Pack, Starcaster. That's Wormfall and Sacrifice, and nothing for Milk yet, right?
Yeah, it
Locking
needs
up
one,
that.
one more level. We got one more level.
Yeah. And he'll unlock the full Orin potential here, but it's a Ocean Soul and Baron buff inevitable, coming 5 strong into the mid lane. Another Orin ult to start this one off. Is it? Oh, it's there somewhere!
Oh
Mr. Tuesday, let's go! Mr. Tuesday is gonna go down, but Hook Reset's gonna answer back right onto Mr. Splitter. Shutdown onto Salvo. That's the answer in high circulation! He's the only one alive. That is game. Crystallize. Looking for the fight outside of their base. Pulling the trigger, realizing that has to be it. The spectator has frozen. Surely they've forfeited, right? Is that what's happening?
I hope they didn't. At least play it out.
Yeah,
But...
come on, you. What the heck?
Oh my gosh. Oh, they threw out everything. They threw the entire kitchen sink at Mr. Tuesday. And they got him.
Okay, well,
but then they all got.
Yeah, we are confirmed it's not.
Okay, it's just
they didn't have a
scuffed.
spectator scuff. Do we ever get to see a Nexus blow up? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is some bullshit. I'm upset. I'm upset.
Yeah. Oh man.
Did we see a Nexus blow up tonight?
I don't know. I don't think so. Right? Is the spectator this scuff? Is it this patch? Like, what the heck? Last week we played on this patch, right?
Yeah, we didn't have any issues with it last week.
All right. Well, I'm out of there. Let me get the client back up here, and we'll look at some damage graphs.
Yeah. Oh, what a bummer. But what a series.
I mean, yeah, inevitable showing why they are moving on tonight. I think that's clear at this point. Crystallize, hats off to them for the improvement that they made over the course of the season. They made this series and night one hell of a one to watch. I'm looking at damage graph right now. Hook resets coming through, right? This is experience, high mechanical play, Kaisa. 39,000 damage. Or 39,000 damage. But Salvo, no scoff at him too, right? 34,000 damage on the Sivir. Wow. I'll show the scoreboard briefly here to look at the KDAs, and man, I mean, at the end there, was that Crystallize's go-to, right? Is it you just have to find the pick?
Yeah, oh man.
What is that the right place to take it though? It just seems so early.
It seemed a little. I think if they caught more people, the problem is that they sold out for Mr. Tuesday, right? And I don't think that was who they needed to be selling out for at that point. Like, I think if that was on Hook resets, if you substitute that whole play for Hook resets instead, I think that could have made the difference.
Yeah, I agree, and I mean maybe he had the cleanse and flash up, right? Like they're thinking that we can't blow all of our CC on. Hopefully we get the kill quickly on Mr. Tuesday and somehow stay alive for the regroup. But yeah, just too much damage pumping out of inevitable. Hats off to them. They take the series 3-1, and they will move on to the final, or the final.
Yeah, finals.
Right? It's just 4 teams. Yeah, no, that was it. That was the semifinal right there, folks. So, that'll be it. I mean, I assume we're cutting away to baddie breakdown. I'm not entirely sure, but
yeah, I think we're trying to figure out if we're doing a baddie breakdown or not.
Sure. I mean, yeah, we'll keep it up here. Any other closing thoughts? Like what should we take away from this series, and what do we look forward to for inevitable in their finals matchup?
I mean, if you had to pick, oh man, this inevitable team's looked really good, right? I think it's gonna be. I'm really excited to see them play either of these two teams in the finals. But oh man, who do you think was the MVP of this series? Like if you had to pick someone.
I mean, you just look at stat lines, you look at gold, right? Hook reset seems like an obvious choice, but Thunderconth, I think.
I legitimately, yeah,
he was the linchpin that, every game he was showing up and doing something. On Cho'Gath.
Yeah, which was a total and I think that's kind of like why I was just so shocked by it, right? I would have not expected to say that he was like to even consider him, right? I would
With
have
these
not.
players, yeah.
Yeah, if you told me like series ends 3-1 Neville's favor, or like whatever, or even whatever score, I'd be like, okay, I can understand that. But then you go, there's an argument that Thundercats was the MVP, and I'd be like, what?
Yeah, but I totally agree. Yeah, there
Yeah,
was so much pressure put on him top lane, and he handled it as well as he could. Handles it
yeah,
gracefully on Gentleman Show.
yeah, and
And
like just was a huge threat in some of these games, right? Like he bullied the other top laners quite a bit. Like he,
yeah, two
which
different
is
top
really weird.
laners.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's like I said, I said other top laners, and I'm like, wait, was that wrong? No, that's right. There was two of them.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that just to show him, it goes to show as a player, right? The versatility to go up against two different play styles in one series. Um, but yeah, Cal for sure. I mean, hats off to him as well. I mean,
Yeah.
really the whole team for
Yeah.
Inevitable. It's a team effort at the end of the day,
Oh
folks.
yeah,
And
and they all played very well.
yeah, I just a little bit crisper on the macro timings too, right? They're always at Dragons before Crystallize. Those seconds matter.
The last game was like just so apparent on it, and
Yeah,
that like that one, like there was others where it wasn't like that, but like the majority of the time that like they had taken Dragon by the time Crystallize was showing up was just astounding. They were
yeah.
just
And honestly,
yeah.
Crystallize can't. You just can't let that happen in League of Legends, right? Like you can
I mean, they
you
did have the
can.
one where they had the follow up and they killed them and took mid tower, and that was good, right? At least you
That was
capitalized
great.
on that. But like, there was two others that were free, right? That just
Yeah,
unfortunately just sold
yeah,
them out.
yeah. A good team will take advantage of that, and a good team inevitable is, and that will be no baddie breakdown tonight, folks. But that will do it here for us. I am Thrifty Senpai with 30 here. We casted the series, and we will see you next week, same time, same
Yep.
place. Swain Baddie League.
Close.
Cut the stream.